Good morning from Witcombe Park Farm. Today we're going to be buying all of the equipment that we need down here at Peacock and Bennington, taking it back over to our farm and getting started. We don't have a lot to begin with. We've got 2 grass fields, we've also got barley, and we've got a rye field. Now, fortunately for us, these are ready to go, but we don't have anything else. No equipment, nothing. So we're going to have to make that 1.5 last. Fortunately for us, we've got an acquaintance behind the counter in here and hopefully give us a good deal. Oxy, we need a good deal. Apparently he likes to talk a lot.
I'm Oxy.
Yeah, we know. Go. We need equipment. So the first thing on our list, we've got a Fendt 728 Vario, except this one's got a lot of special stuff on it, and it's even got an insane engine inside. It's well over 300? Yeah, 350 horsepower. Oh, I'm so excited. Also, it looks like somebody out here doesn't know how to drive. Huh. Who would have thought? Rush hour sucks here. As far as the combine goes, I got 50% off on a Claas Evian 450. Now, it is beat and banged up. It's got a bunch of hours on it, but got it for half off, so that is great news. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a used header to go along with it, so we've actually had to make a compromise. I ended up going with a new V660. It's an older model, but we were able to pay full price. But full price for this was like a fourth the price for the header that matches this, and we got a header trailer for it, and it's bigger than the one that goes with the combine, and it works fine. So we're great. That's an awesome deal. Yeah. Now, fortunately, there was a really nice used bunning trailer as well. Got this thing like 60% off what you would normally end up paying for it. It is party. Got it for a good deal. We are down a little bit of money though. We're down to 1.2. Let's see what else we can get. And here we have almost the entire fleet. So we have a JCB 3230 attached with, we got a plow on the front, and we've got our direct drill that I purchased, a horse in the back. This also has an agricultural frame on it, and it's a tipper. Not sure what we're going to do with that, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Over here, we have a John Deere. Hadn't used one of these in a while. The 5115. And on the front, we've got a 2.7 meter mower. And on the back, we have another mower. Yep, 7.3. There you go. As far as other equipment goes, I think we still need a bell wrapper. But we've got windrow. We've got the baler. Oh, I need a tedder too. Well, it's quite busy around here, but we're okay. We've got our Bailey trailer here. That's going to load up our bales. We've got a nice K-brand wrapper. Always got to have one of those. And then we did buy the tedder as well. So we went with Krone for pretty much everything that we could. And it's nice to have some true UK brands on this map. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I think we've got a good starting point for all the equipment. How much money do we still have? Probably a little bit too much. $746,000. I think we saved our money. I think we saved our money very well. All right, let's start getting things over to the farm, starting with the combine. Oh, I should probably move my truck first. I think the hardest thing is probably going to be getting out of here. Making this turn is going to be extremely wide. Then that means we have to be extra cautious getting out of here. Hopefully nobody's coming. All right, we're doing okay. We're doing okay so far. Just back it up. There we go. Let the car go by. Cool. Now we can get out of here. All right, finally. Now we can get over to the farm. I think with the money that we've got, it's probably good to invest in maybe some of the infrastructure of the farm itself. I always like having cattle, and we have a lot of room for multiple different kinds of cattle. We also got bunnies. Oh man, there's so much space in the farm for activities. At the roundabout, let's take a left, and then as soon as we get across the train tracks, our farm is off to the right. However, this is one of our fields. If it was the neighbors, I would totally drive through it. Don't tell anybody. Whoa, I just got passed by a maniac. What was that? Slow it down. We're gonna crank right here. It's a little bit tight through here, so we will have to be careful. If we ever upgrade this combine harvester, it is going to be a very, very tight fit. So let's crank her right here. There we go. And that'll put us kind of halfway between both of our fields. And just so we got a little bit of extra space to kind of stretch out some, how's about we pull up here and figure out where in the world to get this header off. All right, that'll do for now, but we do need to get the rest of the farm over here too. Might be a good idea to go in and open up some of these gates so that we can actually get in and out. So this is not the main entrance. This is just a really nice way to get to the 2 grain fields that we've got. As a matter of fact, around towards the back, we also have access to this field, the barley, and then here is one of our 2 grass fields. It is a very, very big field. So that's probably going to be our silage field, and then we'll do hay on the other one. Not quite sure where half of this equipment is going to go, so why don't we just open up every single door? There's a bunch of them. This was a really good one. I think that might be the combine harvester shed right there. Here we go. Here's another one, a little smaller, but not too bad. This one, same thing. What does this say? Bladdered again. Goodbye, everyone? Good eye, everyone. September the 90th. Goodness gracious. Also, one of the really cool things that we've got around the farm is we have our farm shop. So this is probably where we're going to be selling most of the things that we've got. But it's still very cool. All right, let's go ahead and shut that. We may as well go ahead and open it up for business, but unfortunately, I don't have anything to sell. So for now, we're just going to leave that the way that is. Around here, we do have a few things. If we need some solid fertilizer or lime, we do have that on the farm, but there's not a lot of it, so we may have to invest in something. Probably some kind of loader. There is a telehandler that is available. However, I'm not quite sure if that's the one that I want. And then down here we have the other farm shop, the farm workshop. There we go. All right. I think most everything is now open. We do have one more door. That's going to be this one over here. Let's take that, open her up. Now we've got a humongo area that's open, ready to go. Over here is cattle, and this is going to be the non-dairy? Yeah, the non-dairy. the one for like Herefordshire. I don't know how much it's going to be. Let's see, 121,000. That's actually not too bad, especially for a full barn. We'll have to wait and see. And then down here, so that's 50. I think we can hold 100 or more cattle down here in the dairy farm. Yes, 100 cattle. And of course, we would go for Jersey, naturally. $205,000. So that's, what, just over $300,000 for all of that, leaving us with still 450-ish almost. Still a lot of money. Oh well, back down at the store. And don't ask, but there are things on here that I really hope can be strapped down. Because if they can't be, I am in really big trouble. Alright, can we make this? We're gonna have to wait on people. Oh my gosh, they go so slow through here. Oh, come on, make the turn. Yes, haha, we made the turn. And yes, I did try and put other things on the back of this. No, it did not go well. I would say there's no way we're not getting past, but I don't blame that person for slowing down on the bridge. I would have slowed down if I saw me coming too. And I think this is definitely where oh, I missed my turn. That was it. Okay, nobody's behind me. Somebody is, but sorry. Yeah, I think maybe this gives us an opportunity to buy the loader that we want. Actually spend full market value for a proper loader. If you're curious which one I want, I kind of want a Merlot, a brand new one. They're beautiful. That's what I want. And if we had one of those, it would also help a lot with getting the equipment off of both of these. Here we go. I think that's probably a good spot for it. That or down here, just so we can get everything off of there. All right. What's next? The JCB. You know, this was one that was basically mandatory. It didn't have to be this JCB model. I could have cared less if it was this one or not. But we had to have a JCB. And I wanted something a little bit different. A 4220 is just kind of the one that I'm going to go for anyway. So I decided to do something wild and wacky with this one. I mean, we've got the box on the back. We've got some really interesting Nokian tires on here that are chonksters. And we got a blinky bar on top. I mean, come on. This thing stands out like a sore thumb. It's great. I love it. This truck's going a little bit slow, but yeah, we'll be all right. I'm trying to track it. I think 15 miles an hour is about as fast as he's going. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute now. They must have changed gears because he is leaving me in the dust. I'm gunning it, but I don't think driving 30 miles an hour with a... You can hear my engines just go. Ooh. There's a strobe light going on that tractor right now, that truck. How about we just not follow him so close? Let's just go in here. All right, places for equipment to go time. I don't know if I can get this in here. I'm a great backwards driver, but I think the doors might be a little tight for fitness in there. It's gonna be tight. Also, pulling this thing out is gonna be tight. No, it just doesn't want to go in there. I think the doors are just, yeah, whatever's going on, they're not happy about it. So we'll just bring it on down here. How about that? Actually, I've got a better place for it. We're gonna do a walkthrough real quick just to see, but I think in here, like, this is the perfect piece of machinery for backing straight in there. Oh, other than my bell trailer, which I was gonna put in there. I don't know what to put in here now. Well, the door's about the same height. Yeah, that's not gonna work either. Maybe I should have thought about what I was buying before I, yikes, before I bought it. This is gonna be a difficult one. You know what, we got one more spot, and I think I know exactly where I'm gonna put this thing. I was actually trying to avoid putting this specific piece of machinery in this shed because I thought it was a little bit... Do they just not go in there? What in the world? Come on, it is totally open on both sides. All right, what's going on here? Doing farm sim magic again, aren't we? All right, well, apparently the collision is too high. And that's not gonna be great. So why don't we put it in here? I'm never gonna use this for what it's supposed to be used for. So we'll just back it in this bunker and put it in the back, and hopefully we don't put too much equipment in front of it. Perfect. Now the plow I could definitely put in here. This is a great spot to put the plow. Let's take that, drop it down, and done. And let's start parking some stuff up. I've kind of decided I think this is where our tractors are gonna go. So we'll just have them kind of out in the open. So we'll put medium-sized tractor there. The larger Fendt tractor will actually go to its left in this bay. However, I think you know what this is getting ready to go do. It's gonna have to do a little carting. There we go. And the John Deere, the small tractor, is gonna go right here in the first stall. However, this one also has some jobs to do. So here it is, probably one of the most expensive pieces of equipment on the farm, to be fair. Most of the things are used. This is not, and nor are the tools that we are using. Got a big weight on the back, got black wheels, because I love it when I got the black wheels on it. And we got a big old engine on there. Well, we got a little bit of a turbocharger tune on there, but nothing too wild and crazy. So we need to find this guy home as well. I was kind of thinking the shed down here, it almost fits perfect because it doesn't have to go up to the main part of the farm, and we can put all our tools down here. Although I don't know if that's actually a good idea or not. We could also use one of the other sheds up here as the telehandler shed because we didn't use, I don't think, any of these for any other tools. That's a good one. That's a pretty good one. This is a good one. Yeah, I like this one. Oh, crap. Let's see. Yeah, we can put everything in here. And then you just put one of the tools on one side, one on the other, and you're good to go. And then if we do this just right, I might actually be able to put the weight just back here in the corner. There we go. So you come in here and just kind of and pick up what you need. All right, cool. All right, there's a few other things that we need to get. If we're going to have animals, we're going to need to figure out how we're going to feed them. And we also need to figure out a way to deliver liquids. All right, so the first thing is going to be this Joskin Aquatrans right here. Decided to take all the green off of it because we got enough green. And we've got the K-branded feed mixer. Both of these will work perfect with this or the John Deere, which I had that in mind as soon as we bought it. Figured, you know what? These will be great for it. I think at this point we've got 6 vehicles, I think. Yeah. We got 6. So we've got 3 tractors. We've got a truck, combine harvester, and now we've got a telehandler. Alrighty, I think that is probably good for that. Turns out there's one more thing we got to do that I totally forgot about. Getting this stuff off the trailer. The whole reason that I bought this to begin with, even though let's be honest, I wanted it. Alright, this is going to be difficult because I have no idea if this is going to allow... Oh no, don't do that! That was almost bad. There we go. Turns out not having them both attached to the same thing was the move. All right. Come up here. I guess that's back good right there. Uh-oh. Oh. I'm now under the impression that... Oh, no, wait. I got it. There we go. We got it. We got it unstrapped. We're cool. We're cool. So this we can, I guess, bring over here. I don't want to just put it in the shed, but I mean, we can, so we may as well just put it in here. Just kind of ignore how implausible this is, and we'll all get along just fine. Now this is gonna be the big boy right now. Can we get this thing off of here? That is going to be your question. All right, we got it strapped down. Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, this is very easy. that worked really well. All right. This one I do not trust myself to go put away. So I think I'm just going to put it over here. Just kind of in front of this and hopefully remember that it's there. And there you go. All right. That worked great. And you see how fast that money goes down? It goes down quick. Very, very quick. So what can we do now? Well, I guess we could come in here and maybe go ahead and buy these animals that we're going to get. I hope we've got enough money to feed them. I really, really do, because I don't... Will we have enough food? I don't know. But I guess we'll find out the easy way and or hard way. There we go. There's those cows. I guess, well, this is thing too. I know how much grass, hay, and straw we're going to get. Well, grass and hay anyway. Silage and hay? Yeah. So over here, I can actually look down at the bottom right, and it tells me right there, potential harvest quantity, 101,000 liters. Cool. That's going to be my hay. And then over here, we've got our silage. And this is telling me 316,000. Okie dokie. And I do know that that's going to be a 2-to-1 ratio, so 100,000 of those liters of silage will be sold for profit. At least that's going to be the game plan anyway. And then our straw, I have no idea how much of that we're going to have, but I think we'll be okay because in here, 16,000 liters of milk a day is what it's going to make. 7,500 liters of straw is what they need. And then as far as food goes, 28,000 liters of food a day. We're going to be doing 3 harvests a year. So that's going to be giving us more than enough. We could technically give them enough food in 1 harvest to last the whole year. So I think we're okay. I think we're cool there. And then our other cattle up here, these are going to be the more maybe difficult ones because I've never done beef cattle at Farming Simulator before. But what better time than now, right? There we go. The Hereford cattle, these guys are going to need, well, the same, no, cow shed. There we go. About the same food. Maybe a little bit less. Yeah, a little bit less. Not half, but, you know, some. But also keep in mind, these are just for selling. They will not be for anything else. And if we wanted to use hay, we do have bunnies around here towards the corner as well. So these are cute little guys, right, y'all? We could buy little 4-month-old bunnies, 50 of them for $1,200. The feeding for these is a little bit interesting. So if we come over here to the rabbit hutch, total capacity is 500,000 liters. Hay and root crops and grain, all of that together. I mean, you're not making TMR out of it. So I think as far as I know, you can only put like 500 liters in there, and that's pretty much just give them hay, and it's around 80%. We also have a greenhouse over here, which I think the greenhouse might be a good way to make a little extra cash. Maybe we come in here and do something to make it give us more stuff. Maybe? I don't know. We could do something in here. Regardless, I think we could take this stuff, especially. Like the strawberries, for example, we could sell those over at the farm shop. Tomatoes, same thing. So farm shop could take quite a bit. Pretty much everything that we've got. And it's also giving us a little bit of extra money right now in comparison to other things. So, yeah. Why don't we just do that? Today it's time to put all that hard work to use. We are taking all the equipment that we have purchased, most of it used, and we're going to get some harvesting done. We're also going to see how our John Deere 5M can do up in the fields. Really hilly fields, that is, with these mowers. It'll be interesting. Once everything's all said and done, we're definitely going to be baling up all of the straw because we got quite a few fields to do. So let's talk about it. 97 right here is barley. Right beside that in field 61, this one is rye. So it's a new crop for this one. And then way over here at 53, and up in 98, these are grass fields. Those are our only 4 fields, and I kind of plan on leaving them like this as well. I think 53 is awesome for running grass. It's a humongo field, so we could just do it once and be done with it. Plus, it's kind of hilly, so is 98. But 97 and 61 are nice and flat. So I don't have to worry about the combine harvester having enough power to get up the hill or anything like that, and honestly, we'll probably just expand like sideways when it comes to expanding because these fields are quite hilly. Very hilly. If you're in new farmer mode, you actually get this one as well. It is huge. The combine harvester that you get will work with it. It'll be fine. May struggle just ever so slightly getting up the hill, but yeah, I think you'd be all right once you get up there. But I decided at least to start off with, why don't we just choose a couple fields that should be simple, easy, no problemos for our harvesters. Maybe we'll get one of those John Deere Hilcos or something at the end of it. All right, so here we go. We will be utilizing some GPS. I like using this. I think 2 headlands is probably going to be enough. Once we take care of this, then I'm going to hire it on a worker to let them do it and see what kind of trouble they can get themselves into. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's start down here because this is the long side. Also, did you see the John Deere tractor down there on the road? That's so cool. All right, so this is going to be a test here. How are we going to do? Because this header does not match this combine harvester. But it does seem like it's going pretty well, and it goes to 7 miles an hour, so I'm going to need to be faster. So my game plan is going to be to run 2 headlands around this field. We're going to see what we get from there. I imagine after the first headland, we'll go ahead and unload just to keep the weight down in the combine, and also just in case if we can't do 2 passes, we don't have to get our cart and run around the whole field. That'll save us some time. My game plan for these crops, I guess we'll sell the rye and the barley. There's not really a reason, at least early on, for us to keep these crops. I think that selling them is going to be a good idea. It'll make us a little bit of extra cash, and we'll probably need that. Additionally, we'll see. I'm debating whether to do this or not, so you can tell me what you think. After the first day in game at midnight or right before midnight, taking the money and bringing it down to 0. I've given myself a chance. We took all of the things from new farmer mode. If you're curious how I got the random 1.725 whatever it was $1 million to start off with, I got that from selling the fields that we were not going to use. I even used that money to buy the other fields that I wanted to use and all the equipment that we have. So, oh yeah, and I sold all the equipment in new farmer mode as well. So I was able to do all of that, which was fantastic. Made all that extra cash and used it for building this farm. So I felt like, well, if we need something else, we could buy it. But I also don't want to start with too much. Good to kind of struggle bust a little bit, at least to start off with. So I think now you've got the game plan. Oh yeah, what about the game plan for grass? Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get there. At least for now, let's see what we could do here. I do know that this turn right here is quite tricky. There we go, got it, we made it. Picking that straw up's not gonna be fun. Yeah, we'll be all right. And there's another thing too, we may end up swapping out some equipment before we even use it. I'm sitting here thinking about my swath, the merger, the windrow, whatever you want to call it. That thing is a little small. It's a little small for this farm. And we've got some bigger options. So maybe we'll look at some of those and see what we could do. I think what we've got right now is a 9 meter. And maybe running something that is also a 9 meter, but is a merger instead of just a windrow. Maybe we could pick up like an 18 meter working thing there. And we can go up and down the fields. But then I can't use GPS. Oh, it's a difficult time to live in, isn't it? All right. Let's turn off the harvester. Let's get this unloaded. We did pretty good. 5,100 liters for the first pass. So here is another pass. There we go. All righty. Not too shabby. We've gotten a decent amount out of there. I don't know if the trailer is going to be full by the time we get out or not. Let's jump out here and see what do we got. So potential harvest quantity, 22,000. I think it was about 37,000 or so whenever we were just around. Let's see. 2298, that'd be around 32, 33, somewhere around there. All right. Well, at least we've got kind of an idea of what to expect and how much off the field. I think that trailer should be fine. From here, we're just going to hire a worker and let them do the rest of this for us. So let's come in here, AI worker, set it up, turn off the headlands, and boom. Please go do the thing and don't crash. Please don't crash. Make things a little bit easier on us. I am going to move this tractor down near the bottom, middle of the field, somewhere around here. That way we can actually pick up the combine harvester if we need to unload it. Next, mowing. Yeah, this thing sounds so good. It's a little bit loud, but it does sound good. All right, so we've got 2 fields that we need to mow. The first one is going to be this guy right here. This smaller field, not too wild and crazy. I'd consider this more of a meadow or something like that. But I'm assuming that the worker can do this without any issues. Please do this without any issues. Usually workers do a pretty good job when it comes to mowing because they don't mow like outside the field boundaries. They stick to what they're supposed to do, which is always really nice. So let's see. 7.3, we'll run 2 headlands. That way we've got room to turn around and stuff like that. And then we just kind of hire them up here. There we go. Turns everything on for us. Drops it. Drops that down. Guess it's not ready yet. He's scared? There you go. And then goes. All right. I think these go 12, 13 miles an hour, somewhere around there. So be interested to see the top speed we can get going uphill. Not amazing is our top speed. We are in Group A, gear number 1, and it doesn't want to go up the hill. Here we go. Into 3rd. Nope, back down to 1. Ugh, automatic sucks. Oh well, at least it'll get it done and we don't have to do it. To be fair, it may be better off to use that John Deere with something that needs a little bit less power and possibly utilize the JCB when it comes to mowing. That might be a good idea. Although, I like the turning radius on the John Deere. It works good. And going downhill, it'll be fine. I think we'll be okay overall. It might mow a little bit slower, but we'll be all right. Maybe we'll just let it do the headlands. I don't know. We are about 50% full in here. Woo! that was a big straw pile. Yes, straw pile. Also, this is working at 7 miles an hour. I was unaware. No, I was aware. Oh, this is different. That is the head. I just confused myself. Let's move on. Let's move on. So here's what I've done. I decided to take over this mower just to kind of see what I could do. And as long as you come at this hill with a little bit of speed, it's got enough power to get up. It just can't start from a standstill and make it all the way to the top. So I think that's going to be our problem here with the worker itself. Yeah, well, that's all right. Hey, I can knock out the second headland. We'll be all right, and then I'll just hire it on a worker to go up and down. But I am considering changing over to the JCB for this. We'll see if I actually do that or not. All right, let's do this. Let's move the 5M away. It's very cool. It's a neat idea, but I just don't think it's quite ready for prime time yet. So we'll go ahead and grab our front weight. There we go. Nice. And we'll just kind of put that in place. I think the JCB is ready for this task. Although the thing on the back it's starting to throw me off a little bit. How's about... Oh, that does not turn great, does it? No, It's not terrible. It's not amazing either. Let's go ahead and drop this. There we go. Oh, that's a cool animation right there. That's what I'm talking about. We'll drop that there, and we will hook up to our mowers with this guy. That way, at least we got enough power going up and down the hill. All right, got it set up to just do the up and down kind of bits, and we will leave it to it. Though I have no idea where it's going. Let's go check on the combine. Combine's actually in a good spot. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot left to do. Got a little bit there, and nothing else. That's it. Ooh, I'm gonna jump in it. This way, we can harvest that, and then drop the straw swath on another straw swath. Ha ha ha! Nice. I didn't even have to unload it again. Oh, sweet. Alrighty, let's see what this magic number is gonna be. I'm starting to think maybe 22,000 was the total, not what was left. Huh, not even. 20,865. That is a total amount right there. Ugh. That's not as much as I thought it was going to be. Yikes. All right, let's get in here. Let's dump out this. We'll take a look and see when we can sell it, but being barley, I'm guessing it's going to be December, January, February, somewhere around there. Let's also double check to make sure that we are tipping back. Yep, we just have two options, back and grain door. That'll work perfect for me. Bring it here, drop it off, and dump. And yeah, barley is going to be in January. Get a decent amount off of it, though. We'll make some pretty good money. So from here, I'm just going to take a left, and then we're going to take our first left, which will be beside our bale auto load point, which we will need to be visiting quite a bit. And this will put us right back down here. Hey! All right. So that's one field. Let's get a second field done. Well, you can see the JCB up there is doing all right. We'll zoom in there. Check out those textures. All right, I'm just picking her out. Let's get it here. Cool. I think this is going to be exactly the same. I'm just going to start down here. I will go like counterclockwise for the headland, but the straight line's actually going to be on this side over here, so I don't have to worry a whole lot about it. Bring it up here. Is that the same? Yep. Two headlands. And go. We'll just pick it up right there. There it is. Haha. Okay, good. We get straw. I was a little bit worried that we weren't going to be getting straw. Looks like we get a bunch of it. I have another idea as well. So through here, you know, we've got this pathway, right? I thought about making another one. This field would get smaller, but I wouldn't have to go over here and kind of left, right, turn. I wouldn't have to go through all of that. We could just turn into the farm down here and be done. And it would probably line up with this pathway over here too. All right. It's an idea. We'll see what happens with it. It's not 100% set in stone yet. Oh, I just saw something else. Hang on a minute. Look at this field right here. Hang on a minute here. So this is what looks to be maybe poppy or alfalfa in here. I think this is alfalfa actually, but it's a really small field. What if we turn this into a pasture? What if it was like for sheep or something like that? I know we talked about sheep and chickens in the previous episode. Why not utilize this area for that? We got money. How much does it cost? Where is it? Do I own it already? No. Oh, it's this way. 18 grand. Are you kidding me? Come on. I has idea. And it's the train. Hello, train. I love you. Don't make it weird. But yeah. I think that might be a great place. Plus, I think it would be pretty good for mowing too. Speaking of mowing, when we get down to the end of this row, we are going to have to take our mower to the other field. Hopefully the JCB does all right. It seemed to do cool, perfectly fine, but I'm hoping that it can actually make the turns for the other field. All right, let's get everything folded up. Oh, make that turn. Yeah, it's not too bad, not too bad. I do like the JCB 3000. Those is one of the, if not the first JCBs I ever drove. This in the 7000. By drove, I mean in Farming Simulator, of course. Those were a lot of fun back in the day. Way back in like Farm Sim 17. These were great. And 15. Man, tell you what, I would not mind having a JCB 7000 series on the farm. Just for funsies. I did originally think about doing a full JCB setup and doing a Kloss combine. However, I thought maybe having every single tractor the same and the same brand was a little bit predictable for me. So I decided not to do that after all, and decided instead we would do different things. So yeah, and so I've got a whole bunch of different stuff. All right, we come in here. We're not going to do steering assist, but we are going to have this guy run our headlands for us. Hopefully, everything lines up perfectly for us. We're just going to let him do it. No babysitting. He's stuck in the corner down here. He keeps taking very minuscule turns and mowing. What you see, all of that took 4 passes of putting the mower down, doing this, putting the mower down, doing this, putting the mower down, doing it. Oh, we're going back again. Hang on a minute. Oh, yeah. What are we doing? What? What? You stupid idiot. Oh, this is supposed to be a chill series, homie. You are awful. There's no way I'm going to be happy about this field, is there? There's 0 chance. I should have just let the John Deere do this field, the first headland, because it would have done that in like 2 passes. I like letting the worker do it, but good gosh. Anyway, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted by a JCB? Ah, yes. Harvesting. Harvesting rye, as a matter of fact. There we go. Yeah, not too shabby on this first pass here. It is a bigger field, to be fair. It is quite a bit bigger than the barley field that we had. But it ain't too bad. Also, if we ever wanted to plow these together, we easily could, because I could just delete these hedges through here, and then we could just plow those 2 fields up together if we wanted to. I don't know how I'm quite gonna do this. I think maybe we just pull the tractor like over here. Yeah, that'll do. Then bring the combine around here, because I'm 80% full already off of 1 headland. Goodness. There we go. While we're doing that, let's check on the JCB. Holy crap, he's made his way around. How's this look up here? It looks like he only made 1 turn. Yeah, not like that corner down there at the bottom. I think a couple more spots that are going to give him trouble down here. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets caught on the rocks. And down here. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets caught on that either. I know I shouldn't sit and watch other people do their work, but what do they call it? A hovering host, I think. But I am very curious to see how this guy's going to do this. Oh. Pulling up. Okay, yeah. Nope, I don't know why we put the rear mowers down first. But all right. Yep, there he goes. Uh-huh. Don't tell me he's going to go like 50 turns doing that exact thing. Well, he is, isn't he? Ha ha! There he goes. I think sometimes the best thing to do is nothing at all, and that is what we shall do. So let's get back in here. We got a lot going on. All right, we got a little time. Let's see what this looks like. I mean, it's clean. And that's what the other one that I said he would have trouble with looked like. It doesn't look like he had trouble with it at all. Looks like he skipped it. Am I giving the JCB a little bit too much crap? I think I probably am. You know what? I'm just gonna let him be. So second pass, we didn't really get to a 80% mark yet, but 71, still not too shabby. Not up in the 6,000s, but we got 5,000, so we're at least well over 10,000 liters of crop already. So we'll bring this over here, and I'm also curious about rye. When can we sell rye? January as well. But unfortunately, rye does hardly give us any money. We are getting a decent chunk off of there, though. So maybe the extra crop will give us extra money. That's how that works, right? I think so. All right, let's get this bad boy put in here. Let's set it up for the worker. There we go. That looks good. Same settings as the previous field. We'll let him go. I will say I've been extremely happy, not only with this V660, that header right there, which again does not match this combine harvester, but it is working perfectly, and the header trailer that goes along with it, where it locks in, that's awesome. And the Baling trailer seems to be rocking and rolling pretty good too. We got these humongo BKT tires on there. We got BKT tires on here. Everybody's winning. And I even got my petrol blue looking good. And even the JCB is going through here looking good as well. Hopefully, we finish this field up. The grass is already done. Again, this is just a quick reminder. This field, the smaller one, this is going to be turned into hay. And then this field over here, we are going to turn, half of it into straw, or not straw, half of it into silage, and then sell the other half, or 2/3 of it's going to be silage. I can't remember. Hang on, let's jump out of here real quick. Probably gonna irritate the worker. Let's see, so 316,000 liters. I think the other field over here was like 100 and something. Let's see, let's hop the fence. Yeet, there we go. Oh, it's already harvested. Oh yeah, I think there's about 100,000-ish liters, and over here was like 300, so yeah. I need a mixture of 2 to 1 when it comes to making TMR, so I think we'll be all right. 1 part hay, 1 part straw, 2 parts silage, everybody wins. Looks like whatever happened with the JCB down here actually just missed that section altogether, so we're not gonna worry a whole lot about it. And yeah, we do have quite a bit of grass off of the field. We'll try and push all that back in, maybe a little bit later on, we'll see. There we go. Anyway, I'm gonna hit this headland for him, so it's at least done. That way he could focus on going up and down and up and down and up and down and making everybody happy. Looks like we got a harvester down here that is ready to unload. Now I do know from experience that this combine harvester specifically unloads quite slowly. So I think this is going to be something that we have to do probably going back and forth. I mean, we got crop destruction out, so I can't go through the field. And we are unloading way faster than it can harvest, so that's good. I mean, you can definitely see the... Oh, don't get in front of it. You can see the crop going downhill inside of it, so that's good. But I just don't think it's going to empty out. I wish there was a better way to see inside of the combine harvester and see exactly how much it had left. When you're the combine harvester, you can see the trailer. I wish we could do the other way around. All right, well, we've gotten this much of the field done so far. We're at 20,000 liters. I don't know if we need to unload yet, but I am going to do that. And we're just going to go the same direction that we did the last time we did this. There we go. Perfect pass. We'll go ahead and dump this out. Oh, do I have blinky blinkies on here? Oh, I do have a blinky blinky on there. That is super cool. And we could do the... Man, I didn't realize this had such cool tail lights on it. Super awesome. Oh yeah, and we got a weighbridge right here too. I'm curious, how much do we weigh? 16 tons. I believe it. Guess who missed their turn? Yep, DJ did. Anyway, this is the other field that I was talking about. I believe it's alfalfa. Yeah, we're at alfalfa. It is ready to harvest, so that's good. The thing is, I don't think that I would harvest it. I mean, we can make a little bit of cash off of it, but I think if I'm going to do anything, the idea would be... So like have this, and then we need to find animals and we need to find sheep. There we go. Now I do have a couple pretty neat sheep pastures. So we got something like this, but I don't know if that like quite fits. I think something like this would be a little bit better. Something where you could put the water in, you got everything else. I don't know if I could delete the fence around this or not. That's going to be another question too. So there's a few unanswered. I may have to do a little bit of testing before I do anything. And I don't think I can open... Oh, I can open that. Huh. We'll get it figured out. While we are hanging out waiting on everything else to finish up, how's about we find ourselves a water source and deliver some water to a well-needed production. Over here, we need about 10,000 liters of water, and that will allow us to start making some vegetables. See, this is a great job for this John Deere. Perfect little tractor. And we just make sure that we line up everything perfectly when we get into here. There it is. Like I said, we only need 10,000 liters of water, and I need to figure out where in the world we're going to get water from. Well, it turns out there is no water spot on the main farm, but we could always put one down. I'm thinking maybe somewhere up here near the front of the farm, although I think maybe right here is a little crowded. We could do something maybe over here. This isn't as crowded. I think it's far enough away from everything, plus it's close enough to where we need it to be. So, what if we just put it like right here? Bam. Yeah, right there. I think that's great. This way, filling it up is easy because all we gotta do is come over here, get close, and then select. We need 10,000 liters of water, I think, correct? That's not a free spot for water. I don't know what this is, but I'm not doing that. Let's try this silo. I think it fits pretty well. Water is free. Sweet. I'm very cool with that. Also, why did it... Oh, it's just the fill station. For some reason, I was thinking that was a silo. No. All right. It's, you know, it's got a trigger there, which stands out just a little bit, but I think it'll be all right. Water is free. But the good thing is, also, nothing else is free at that one. There is a version where, like, everything's free. And I know I didn't want everything to be free. I just wanted some of the stuff to be free. Like water. Water should be free. Free water! All right. We have the trigger. Nice, nice, nice. Water going in. Now we need to figure out what we're going to do. I think, let's see. Tomatoes definitely have the most cycles per month. So at least out of the stuff that I want to do. Let's take a look. See, strawberries, 12 to 15. What about maters? 13 to 16. DJ says tomatoes. That's what DJ's gonna make. Tomatoes. And there we go. Everything is set to, well, doing what it does, but we are making maters. So, looks like harvest has completed. We had another 5,400 liters in here. That brings our total now to 11,894. And after dumping everything in the silo, the magic number is 32,423. Just compare with the barley, we got 20,000 for that one. Although, I think maybe barley, I mean, if you're saying what you've got compared to barley is not good, you need a different crop, bro. So I think that's probably what we need. We need a different crop, bro. Good thing is, that is it for that trailer, at least for now. So this machine can now be used for other things that we need it for. Probably gonna be on the baler, I'm thinking, because we need a tedder, a windrow, and a baler. But with this, I think baler. And yes, I did just back up all the way to here. I think that's fun sometimes. Oh, I was wondering why this was, not done. Well, apparently it doesn't know there's a tree there. What an idiot. We've had these cattle now for a couple hours, and I'm pretty sure they are frustrated with me because they still have no food. So, my goal today is going to be to get them some food in the form of hay, silage, TMR, whatever I can get them. We want to get it to them. And the first thing that we are going to do, you can see I'm already kind of set up for this. We're going to jump in our John Deere right here, and this is going to make some hay for us. We're going to jump in here. We're going to grab our tedder. There it is. We have a beautiful chrome tedder. It is super, super nice. I decided to use some chrome for this series. We haven't really used chrome in a while, and I figured this is the time. What better place than a place where, boy, do they have a lot of chrome right here. So we'll get out here. I think there's a bunch of, I think there's a bunch. What is this? A bunch? Yeah, there's a bunch. It's like 100,000 liters out here. A bunch! No, what I was going to say is I think the working width on this is pretty good, and it is. It's like 8 meters something right here. Here we go. Take it. Spin around! Oh, we're going to have to come through here for sure with our windrow and get everything kind of sorted along because this likes to kick hay out into the outside of the field, which I'm fine with. I just have to come out here and fix it later. Let's see if we can make this one without even having to do anything. There we go. All right. So I was talking about this tractor a little bit in the last one, and I like the tractor. I like the 5M. 5M is one of my favorite John Deere tractors. I think because it's accessible. It's a lot smaller. It's more of a utility kind of, doing odd jobs on the farm kind of tractor. That's why I like it as a small one. It's a very pretty tractor. I also like the setup for it. Would be cool if we had something like base game. I thought at one point, didn't we have a 5M? I don't remember. That I thought we did, but maybe we didn't. I'm not sure. Nonetheless, let's get this going. Let's get some hay made. And just a quick reminder that the grass field in front of us, that will actually be all silage. So we're not going to be doing any, oh yeah, I forgot there's no collision on that. We're not going to be doing anything other than silage on that field. 2/3 of the silage will be saved, or, 2 times whatever the amount of hay that we've got. We'll be doing everything in bales, whatever, how many ever bales we've got, that'll be that. So let's say we've got, I don't know, let's say we have 10 bales over here. We'll make sure that we save 20 silage bales, and then anything more than that is going to be sold. I've had a habit in the past of making too many bales and keeping too many bales. So this is my way of saying, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm changing my ways. We will no longer have too many bales on hand. Whether it works or not, that's a different story altogether. But I'm trying. That's the most important part. Now it's just kind of smooth sailing. Let's finish up the second headland right here. Then we'll hit all the bits in the middle and our hayfield will be done. It's not humongously big. Perfect size. Oh yeah. And we're also going to expand this field and the grass field beside us as well. So once we've gone and picked everything up from them, we will be expanding them, because you might notice that they don't really go all the way out. We've got a little bit of extra space in here. I think we can utilize it and take advantage of it. Almost done here. And this will be, again, the only hay that we make all month. I don't know. We'll do it one more time. We've got 3 cuttings during the year. We'll do this again. Put this away nice and easy. At least we're not picking it up with a telehandler like we did the last time. There we go. There's that. And now let's go grab the Schwadro. So this one is very, very cool. I did look, the merger that I was looking at, I think would be about the same width. Honestly, this one's like, I don't know, 0.2 meters smaller than the one I was looking at. However, the other one did like merge 2 rows together. So when we come back and pick it up with like a baler or something, it would be a lot easier to do. However, I think that at least for now, it's good to have something to do, if that makes any sense. Let's go through here, double check this, see if there's anything that we could do. Those are doors opening and closing. I don't need those. I was kind of hoping there would be like an extendedness for the... No. Everything's just opening on the tractor. All right. Well, let's turn that off. I wish I could turn animations off, but what are you going to do, right? All right, here we go. 8.2 meters. Let's go and select this. We go nice and slow. Oh, no. I forgot. There was one other thing we need to do first. We got to get all of the swaths from outside the field and kick it inside the field. Forgot about that part. There we go. Now that we've gotten that taken care of, let's do it the right way now. So we've gotten all the hay that was on the outside of the field into the inside of the field. There we go. And we can run everything like normal. I imagine I'll probably have to run the second headland a 3rd time at the very end once we do our rows. It's probably easier to do the rows anyway first, but I don't know. I found a way to do it. I like doing it this way. I like doing windrows, just, you know, all together. Doesn't really matter to me. This is one of my favorite things to do in the game is windrowing. Mowing's the first, obviously. All is looking good so far. Speed is nice, so that's good. And then right here, we'll go all the way with it. Boom, just like that. Back it up just a little bit. And then too far away. All right, there we go. Hopefully that stays in line. There we go, cool. It's always that first headland. It's always the most difficult one to just get right and get everything in line so that there's no issues. This is going to be a difficult part right here as well. Let's go ahead and turn that off and then get this in line. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's that. Now we just got to do this again, and let's see if we can actually hit this line perfectly, or if I have to go straight on with it. Kind of had to go straight on with it a little bit. Fortunately for us, the rest of it's nice and easy though. So let's go ahead and knock this field out. Here's what it looks like beforehand, and we'll see what it looks like after. And our finished product looks like this. And I don't really think I need to go through and do this second headland again. To be fair, I'm gonna, but I don't think I need to. There's just a couple overlap areas, and whenever you're coming through baling, I don't know. This part to me is a bit of a work of art, so I like it to be absolutely perfect. I like all these extra lines right here at the end to be completely straight. I like this section right here. Let's make the turn. There we go. This section right here to have the full headland, and then all the lines that are leading up to it to be a little bit, well, smaller. You can see most of them are the back and forth, you know, non-headland style rows. See? Perfect. It's bringing everything back in line, and I think it looks good. Cool beans! I think that was it. So that is one done. I'm thinking about doing the same thing with the straw, but I also think maybe that's a bit of a waste of time. I mean, I could go back and forth. I'm not going to save myself you know, rounds, you need to, if you're going to be putting stuff together, especially straw stuff that's already in rows, like I can't hit 3 rows at a time with this thing. And because I can't hit 3 rows at a time with this thing, I won't save any time. If I'm getting 2 rows, well, I still have to go through once to do this and then once to pick the row up. So there's no point in doing that. So we'll just leave the straw the way that it is. It's not bad anyway. We'll bring this round. Here we go. And again, this field will all be silage. And the good thing is, too, we don't have to go around the outside like we did for the previous field. There we go. This field's not going to be any different from the previous one doing the hay. It's just grass. That's the only difference here. I think my biggest thing here is going to be, what do I do at the edge here? I think I could just keep going. Yeah, we can. Baling's going to be interesting right there, but everything else seemed to be all right. Oh, yeah, forgot that the grass through here is off the field a little bit for some reason. As I said, that the workers only mowed the grass on the field. That was down there for some reason. Oh boy, best backwards driver in farms. I can't do it. That sucked. I did bad. I did very bad. That was funny. Hey, back to normal. Kill beans. All right, so we have already set this up. Now all we got to do is make sure that the headlands actually look like headlands again. So there's that part. And now we need to line this up perfectly here. Some of this is not going to be very happy. Yeah, like that right there. Very unhappy. I think I'm going to have to turn around and kick that back towards the center again. I've also noticed something really interesting. I had this set up as a 8.2 meters working width. And it turns out that this is actually a 9 meter working width piece of equipment. And for some reason the game has added extra overlap to it because evidently it can't trust me. So I'm going to have to make sure I double check that. See how much overlap that is on each side? Oof. That is 0.6 meters, 600 centimeters, 660 centimeters. I don't know. I don't know how many it is. There's too much space left over. I wasted a whole bunch of time. No, I didn't. But this is the last time that we have to do anything with this, so that's good. Now we can come through here and make everything nice and neat, under control, looking good. Oh yeah. I might even round this off just a little bit. There we go. That'll certainly make things easier in the long run. And now all we got to do is collect all this little extra bits and bobs, and we'll be ready to go and make some bales. We're going to make a bunch of bales too. Let's go. Oh, I forgot I got to come through here and wrap all of those bales after I make them. That I'm not looking forward to. But I think I might have a solution. Were those deer? I haven't seen deer in forever. This was an interesting little setup over here. Look at that. Just the way the lines kind of lined up. Obviously, at some point, you're going to have some interesting lines going one way and or the other. And this time, we had them going that way. All right, I think there's a little bit more here, and then we're all done. Like I said, this is a bit of a waste of time, but I do enjoy making sure that it looks nice and pretty. All right. So there's that. Now we have a bunch more to do. There's so much more work to do. For anyone saying I don't do my own stunts whenever the screen's off, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Look at that. Perfection. All right, now that all is done, let's save ourselves some time a little bit later on. Let's go ahead and set things up. So the John Deere is going to be set on the bale wrapper. The JCB is going on the bale trailer. And finally, the Fendt is going on the baler. Here we go. So I believe it was 8.2 was the working width that everything was set to. So let's see if that's going to line up for us. I think that it will. I mean, it looks right. So here we go. Plenty of baling to do, lots of bales to be made. All of the bale counters and things like that are set to 0, and we're making 240 centimeter square bales. This will give us the least amount of bales that we have to deal with. That's a good thing. Well, I guess that's it. The bigger, the better. Just realized for some reason my cruise control was turned all the way down. Oh my goodness. No wonder we were going so slow with this thing. I thought I was having trouble going up the hill. It turns out I'm the idiot. All right, do we have any bales out? We have one bale out. We got another one right here, and it's finishing up making the third one. So again, we're not going to have a lot of bales, But the ones that we do have are going to be big boys. When I say big boys, I mean it too. Let's see, how big is this bale going to be there? 6,000, 6,500, 7, 7,500? What just happened back there? It is an 8,000 liter bale. That is pretty chunky. Although if I remember right, I think the silage and the straw bales are actually a little bit bigger than that. We'll have to wait and see. So here we are. There is the last bale, the last hay bale anyway. We'll go ahead and bring it up and fold it up so we can go to the next field. What did we get? 12 of them. Not too shabby. Now, let's reset the bale counter. Boop. Just like so. And let's see how many straw bales we can get out of this thing. JK, we're going to go ahead and do grass so that way I don't have to change the working width. And off we go. Time to see how many grass bales we can get ourselves into. Moving along, we're doing good on this field. We're at 19 bales so far. Now here's the thing. We have 12 on the other side, so all we need is 24 of these, of distance. These old bales here. Let's see, these are not as much as I thought they were though. 6,500 liters out of the 8,000. So I'm not sure bale count is the best way to do this anymore. I don't think it's the best way to do this at all. At one time, I had considered putting down a couple productions, and the productions that I was thinking about using are actually some from a I can't remember which map they're from. Let's see if we can find them in here. Do I have them downloaded? I may not even have them downloaded. I do not. But the last time we played on an Oxygendavid map, I did use these right here. And those were a lot of fun. We actually used those over on his Court Farms? No, not Court Farms. What was the one? The one that changed name. Comston. Oak Bridge is what it's called now. Yeah, I used that same production. It worked really well. I enjoyed it. The only thing was you needed to have a feed, a mineral feed. I didn't like that part. But there are some where the buildings actually match like what we're doing here and the way that these buildings look. You could easily make some TMR with them. All we got to do is deliver bells. So maybe that's a good way to go. I mean, manure goes here technically. But we could always find another place to put the manure. All right, there is the last bell popping. Oh, boy. Let's just ignore whatever just happened there. Let's see, 46. It's a little bit more than 24. But I guess that's a good thing overall. All right, now let's head out into these fields. The straw. I believe that, let's not do worker with these. I think these are supposed to be 6.6, if I remember correctly. 6.5 or 6.6 meters. Looks like that worked perfectly. Yeah, all right. And we'll just do this entire thing the same way we did whenever we harvested. We've made quite a few straw bales. We're up to 20 right now. I imagine that's, well, there we go. There's 21 bales now. At 23 by the time we unloaded the unfinished bale. So we have made a bunch of bales, 81 of them so far. I'm glad we didn't really have to make any more than that. So what we'll do is we'll put this, all this stuff, all this back where we found it. And then we just need to wrap the grass bales so that we've got silage. And then we can start putting everything away. Now this is supposed to be a fast wrap, but I have no idea how fast it's gonna be. Let's find out. You know what? That's not too bad. Yeah, all right. I dig it. This is the third bale. I can't get far enough away when I'm making the bales. It's not wrapping fast enough, and it's not dropping them fast enough, and I keep kicking them out. One of them I accidentally unwrapped. Turns out I have a mod installed that makes all these silage bales silage immediately. Found that out the hard way. So I'm trying to be careful. Also, black bales, not the move. Not the move at all. I could barely tell which bales. Look at this. Oh, I was so close. I could barely tell which bales that I have wrapped and which ones I haven't wrapped, especially from afar, which makes planning out my route very difficult. I'm trying to go up and downhill as little as possible because this has been very unhappy. So I'm kind of going at an angle, which seems to be doing okay, but yeah, we're working on it. I don't think we're going to be giving those cows any food today, but we'll at least have the ingredients to make it, so that's good. Now let's go through, double check, make sure that we've gotten all of the bells. Hopefully they are all shiny. and we will 100% be switching over to a different color, probably white. I mean, black bales look awesome, but white bales, I could see them from afar, and I could tell whether they've been wrapped or not. All right, so there's that. Now, let's pick them all up and deliver them to the bale storage. There we go, JCB on the move. And there's actually, if I remember correctly, yeah, there's another silage bale over here. It totally kicked it all the way over here. That's great. I figured the JCB would be the perfect tractor for this because you don't want any tight turns or anything wild and crazy going on. This is the perfect tractor for this job, right, y'all? Now let's find out how this works. I have no idea. I do know that we have to get in here somehow. Oh, did I hit the button? There we go. It's an old gate. Sometimes it may not work. There we go. So I got to figure out how in the world we are going to get in there, back this trailer up, and not hit anything. And also there's trees everywhere, so I can barely see. All right, let's see. Let's go and unload. There we go. And slowly but surely, naturally, I hit it. Of course I did. All right, we'll back it up even more. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nice. And there's no collision, so we are good. Let's check the storage. 24 out of 250. Cool. Well, that did take a little while picking up all of the silage bales, but we've got them. And yeah, we're going to change that bell wrap over to white ASAP because that's really difficult to see those in the field. Maybe it's just the lighting. Maybe it's me. I have no idea. But yeah, we're going to brighten those things up a little bit. Well, yeah, and check out the crop destruction over here on the rye field. It's so sweet looking. It looks awesome. There's not a whole lot over here on the barley, but the rye looking great. All right, this will be the end of this. Let's get it turned around just a little bit. That way I can back all the way up. Still didn't do a very good job there, did I? Not really. There we go. Boom. Alrighty. So those have now reappeared. We could go put the baled trailer away because anything we do from here on out is probably going to involve the telehandler in some way, shape, or form. Fall harvest has officially ended, but our work is just getting started. We have a bunch of cows that are very, very hungry. So today we're going to take care of those guys. We are also going to be buying some seed and fertilizer and things like that. And I think I need a sprayer. So my game plan is going to be to put down seed and solid fertilizer at once into the ground first. Then, after we get into the second growth stage, do some kind of spraying. Now, I'm not using any weeds or anything like that, no precision farming. So I just need 2 fertilization states on these fields. So, because of that, I need to put down a second fertilizer state. So I think a sprayer is probably the best choice there. So we need a few things to make that happen. But first, animals, because they are hungry. Now I could make a lot of food. The cows that we've got, the dairy cattle, they hold 336,000 liters. No, there's no way they can hold that much in there. Yeah, food, 30,000. That's what I thought. Nowhere close to it. So they can hold 30,000 there. Let's see, what can our beef cattle hold? Hello, cows. They can also hold 30,000. Okie dokie. Cool. So it is time that we grab a hold of this, our telehandler. Love this thing. And we're also going to need a tractor to pull around our feed mixer. Don't need a big one, so we'll probably just bring the little guy. And we'll head down to our bale barn. Down here, we've got all of the bales that we've made all in one place, right here. What is that? Is that a deer? Get out of here. Quit eating my bales. So in here we got a bunch of stuff. Let's see, we've got 45 silage bales. We got a weird silage bale. We got 12 hay and 23 straw. So I think we've got more than enough in order to do what we need to do here. So the feed mixer that we've got is pretty ridiculous, to be fair. I modded that thing a while back, and it holds 1 million liters. It's a little bit much. As a matter of fact, I may want to go in and change this up a little bit just to make it less than that. All right, so we've changed it up just a little bit. Instead of 1 million now, it's at 100,000 liters. So I think that should be pretty good. I think the only thing here is going to be, how do we do this? I'm not quite sure. Oh, well, nonetheless, we need to do probably about half to like 50% silage. So we need to figure out, see, 6,500. So I think we need this many. I think. Also, I think the way this is set up should work pretty well. Like, see how everything's stacked up nice and neat? I think I can get over here, just like this. And then I think that we could just pull in the feed mixer right beside me. I should have enough room to turn around. Should. How about so I don't kill myself? Let's just set that outside for now. I could take quite a few of these at once, but I'm not sure if this is the oh, that is a little bit movie. That is a lot. Yeah, let's be careful with this. All right, let's drop it in here. Hopefully, I've got this set up to take in the bills quickly. Well, it's quickly enough, isn't it? There we go. All right, that looks good. How is it going? 26%. So I think that means we're gonna need one more bale other than just these three. Tell you what, if you go with a telehandler, make sure you put a weight on the back of it when you're moving stuff like this around, especially if you need to get up high in the air like this. Oh, they're great. There we go. Nice. Oh, I had somebody asking me about the pallet fork that I'm using here. This is a really cool set of pallet forks. They are in here. I think that's the, where is it? Where is it? There it is. That's the one I'm using. So what these have is they've got tension belts on them. However, the tension belts are invisible, so you don't see them. I think that's very cool. So we've got 7 bales of silage in here, totaling 45%. So let's see, let's try 3 hay and 3 straw. I changed my mind. I decided to go 4 hay and 3 straw. So this should give us, I think, around 90% full. There we go, drop everybody. Nice, there it is. Turning into TMR now, ain't it? Yes, it is. All right, so we're already at 100% TMR there. All righty, looks like we are around, let's see, our mix here, 27% on the hay, 45% silage, and 27% straw. All righty, cool. And we have a little bit extra hay in there as well. I don't think that's gonna mess anything up. No, I don't think that's gonna mess anything up. Everything's kind of in the right spot. So let's get it moving. Man, this tractor is very loud in game. I'm so sorry. And I haven't forgotten about the sheep either. I actually did talk to one of the moderators, and they gave me a couple ideas for the sheep, and they are in mind right now. So don't you worry about that. I've got ideas. Alrighty. Oh no, I came in here with the hay bale and it took the hay, didn't it? Oh, what a waste. Yeah, 4,500 liters. They're not even gonna use it. They don't deserve it. Well, that's gonna stay in there forever now, isn't it? I'm also just now realizing I need some type of straw blower. I did not prepare in advance for this. I think I gotta come through the other way for food. I don't think I'm gonna get a trigger coming down this way. Nope, trigger's the other way. Hey, there it is. All right, we'll dump another 30,000 liters out. Very nice, very nice. Of course, everything's piling up. I don't know what happened with FarmSim recently, but whenever the feed mixer dumps out, it doesn't fill up the whole thing. I don't know if that's part of the update or something. It's interesting, for sure. All right, so we've got 44,000 liters in here right now, and we can even see how much they're going to eat per day. So you can see here, these guys that are going to eat 28,000 liters a day, and they hold 30,000 liters. And it looks like here they're going to eat 19,000 liters a day, and they also hold 30,000 liters. So to combat that ever so slightly, because these guys are going to eat right at the mark, I'm just going to bring this in here and let it sit. Like that, and drop it. So anytime they need food, that should just automatically refill them. All right, so here's what we need to do next. We need to go pick up a sprayer, a straw blower, and we need to pick up a bunch of fertilizer and seed. So I'm thinking maybe the JCB is the job for this. The JCB does a really good job of pulling the belt trailer anyway. So we'll do that. Let's go ahead and disconnect that. There we go. Find our bell trailer. There it is around the corner. And we'll go ahead and send this over. And I'm also, wait, no, we don't need this with the bell trailer. I need this to pull the stuff. Well, this will work just fine then. We use the telehandler for pulling the bell trailer around because I need that. Also, I am standing behind 1% my 1%, 100%. Oh boy, now everybody's gonna disbelieve everything that I say. I am going to set my money down to $0 at midnight after this first day in game. Yes, we're continuing along. It's still the first day in the 4th episode. I know. Day 1 takes forever, especially the way that I play. Just is what it is. All right, we've got our telehandler down here. What? Just go, dude. You don't have to wait on me. It's cool, man. It's cool. All right, let's get the wheels set up here so that I actually get in there and turn right. Cool. So here's what we got. We got a sprayer, a little bit of a bigger sprayer, actually, with a sprayer on your back. That's pretty cool. So those work together. And then I got another one of these. I was looking at the straw blowers, and though they work fine, they didn't really have the features that I wanted, and they didn't hold a lot. You put a bell in it, and it shreds it, which is great, but so does this. But it does a little bit better. So I figured, you know what? Why not? Whatever. If it works, it works. So that's good. The problem is going to be I don't have enough equipment down here to bring everything back home and load up everything. It's weird. There's so many tractors over here. I forgot which one was mine. This one's mine. So I guess I'll have to make a couple trips. What should we take back first? Probably I was going to say straw blower, but the feed mixer here. But the good thing is we've got a couple of these now. So, hey, that's good. We can rock 2 of them. All right, real quick. That way our animals can actually be happy. We've got some straw in here, and it is chewing it up, which is good news. So here's the deal. Let's see, going back in here. That'll work perfectly fine since the food's in there. I think this is a great way to do it. I mean, you're already shredding up food that goes in here anyway, right? So that means that this should work perfectionally or whatever. Come on, dump it out. There we go. And also we have 2 feed mixers if we ever needed it for whatever reason. There we go. Straw in one and head down, straw in the other one. Perfect. All right. So straw's good on both. Animals got everything they need. I think we will be a-okie dokie. How much straw or how much extra straw do these guys need? I'm just curious about that. Let's see. 30,000. All right. Well, that makes sense. Oh no, because they have hay in there. They also have this TMR, but I can't max out the amount of TMR they use. This map definitely does things a little bit different. Usually capacities are for everything, but this one is just for one food type at a time. So there's that. All right, we got this. I guess we need to head back over, pick up the sprayer, and then that part will be done. But when it comes to the fertilizer and seed and stuff like that, I have no idea how much I'm gonna need, but we're gonna buy a good amount. Oh boy. I tried to pass a car. Oh, come on! I have to turn on and off the traffic just to get over this stupid bridge. Now, one nice thing I will say, liquid fertilizer. We don't have to buy it because we've got a liquid fertilizer point on the farm already. So that's nice. However, seed and fertilizer, we don't have one. I could put one down, but man, I think it's more fun to buy it. So we will do that instead. But over here, this is where liquid fertilizer is. We can actually just drop that off. Boop. And that's ready to go. And while we're over here on the farm, let's do a quick inventory of what we've got. Now we've got a couple over here. Let's see. We have solid fertilizer and lime. And if we head back down the farm here, we've got some seeds. So we have some things, but I think we need more. This makes it nice. Over here in seeds, we've got one bag that we could buy for $500 here. What is it, $1,260 each? No, they are. Holy cow. All right, well, hey, we can get at least one of them for very, very cheap. So let's buy, I don't know, 4 of these guys. That should work, right? At least for now. That should be more than enough to get started. And we've gone for 5 of the solid fertilizer bags, but it's because we already have one. So therefore, now we've got, I think, 6 of each. Oh yeah, and there's a there's a bell over here too. It was on sale, so I bought it. And this is why we bring the telehandler, because now I can come around here, although I don't have a rear weight, so this might be a little, just a tad bit heavy. How much do you think 4,000 liters of seed weighs? No, not that much. This silage bale here I'm really interested in. How much is that? 6,500 liters. Hey, not too bad. Then we got pretty cheap silage, and we could use it to feed our cattle. To be fair, I've been impaling the bags, but it looks like I can also pick them up from up here, so I will try and do that from now on. Learning new things about these pallet forks all the time, and I've been using them for a year now. Oh man, alrighty, so there we go. There's all of the seed and fertilizer that I think we're gonna need to get everything started, and then liquid fertilizer, well, that's gonna be our primary use anyway. So, here we go. Grab that, strap everything down, and we're ready to go. Since we got everything, why don't we go ahead and throw that silage bale in here? Let's see, how much? Oh yeah, we'll be just fine. We got plenty of room for silage. Make sure we get it unstrapped. There we go. And maybe unstrap a couple on the other sides, just to make sure no problems awry. Take it, boom, and got it. Yeah, all right. Tell you what, I've been using loaders a lot more, and no, I'm not enjoying it any more than I used to. But you know what? I'm trying, and that's the important part, I think. Trying. There we go. Drop it in. We'll make a little bit more TMR. At least it'll kind of pad it just a little bit. Still TMR, and we're still looking good. Although, if we're going to do anything else, we're going to need to add hay, because that is on the low end now. So I'm still not quite sure where I'm going to put what, but I think this little shed out here on the end, I think this is the spot, man. This is where we put the seed and the fertilizer and the stuff. Just feels right. Feels right. Just chunk them in there and be good, and then get out what I need when I need it. Perfect. To be fair, there's not much else I can do with this building, at least equipment-wise, so I think that's going to have to be what it gets used for. The only thing I have that I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to utilize it is lime, because I'm not using lime for this. So I don't know what to do. What should I do with it? Maybe find somewhere I could sell it and just get rid of it? Maybe that's the move. And now for everything else. We've got some seeds here. Let's see, 2,000 liters of seed in here. Oh, you know what? I'm just now thinking about this. I don't even know if we bought enough seed to fill up my seed or not. This may be the only time we do it like this. If I'm gonna be running around, I think maybe we do it a different way. There we go, there's that. And then we've got our solid fertilizer and lime over here. There it is. Why don't we get the solid fertilizer? And then I'm just gonna leave, let me out. We'll just leave the lime in there for now. There we go. I hope y'all are proud of me, because that may be the first and last time I ever stack up big bags. Now finally, we could get to it. We've got a couple different jobs that we could do right now. We could fertilize the grass fields, and we can get some seeding done all at the same time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out there and we'll go ahead and, I don't know what I'm doing. Can we even seed the crops that I want to do? I haven't even thought about that yet. The answer to that would be no. No, I cannot. I know we're going to have to do some kind of grain crop. Now, what grain crop? That remains... Where did my tractor go? That remains to be seen. I have no idea what we are going to be doing. But, yeah, it's going to have to be some kind of grain crop. Why am I turning everything off today? Anyway, yeah, grain crops, and it's another month or two before I can plant any of those. I mean, let's see. Spelt triticale right here. We're still a month or two away from planting for those. Let's see. Oats. That's a springtime planting. So we got a little bit of time. How about we go and fill this thing up then? Yeah. Let's see. $52,000 for 40,000 liters. Seems a bit high. We can only hold 5,000 liters. So why don't we buy 10,000 to get it started? How about that? Here we go. Liquid fertilizer. Fill them up. We got a problem. I just realized that precision farming was turned on, and I don't know why. We got to take that off. All right, well, we've got it, but at what cost? Oh, my goodness. We have trim lines everywhere. Those things are so difficult to get rid of. Let's see. Let's double check. Fertilizer. Okay. Our fertilization state's still saved on the fields that we've got, so that is good. So I don't think we'll have to do anything wild and crazy. I think we'll be all right. I was wondering why I had options for things that I shouldn't have options for, and that makes all the sense in the world, man. Alrighty, well, that explains why we had so many different things that we could do with the sprayers. I was really confused about that. Today, though, nothing. All we could do is spray the field, and I'm all right with that. I'm gonna come down here because we've got a really, really tight right angle here. So this is going to be our starting position for the spraying. Bring this in here. Also need to set up the GPS. Always, always, always. 21 meters. Yeah, I think we'll be all right just doing one headland from there. That'll work for me. Bring it over here. Get just a tiny overlap. Activate. Turn it on. And go. And there we go. We've got fertilizer going down. Nice. Alrighty, this is gonna take forever, isn't it? I don't care if I get the whole thing, just as long as most of it is got. I also extended the max speed to 12 miles an hour. There's no way I'm doing this whole field at 7 miles an hour. That's gonna take forever. All right, so that's one field down, one to go. We did not use as much liquid fertilizer as I thought we were going to use, which is, well, fantastic. One thing I will say, the unit that we've got in the back, that actually does store the fertilizer. It's got like 200 liters or something like that, but barely was able to use any of it. So yeah, we're just using the tank, and that seems to be working just fine. Technically, you can't even fill up the what do you mean dump? There we go. You can't even fill up the rear unit. I've tried. It's not working. So whatever. Oh, I can. No, I couldn't before, but I can now. It's not going to change anything. We're getting close, man. So this is going to be the final field that we need to do, at least today in game. And then we got to figure out, of the money that we've got, how much of it do we want to keep? And how much of it is going to get wasted? Because if we don't spend it tonight, or today, rather, it is going in the trash. We got to figure out how we're going to spend that extra 162 grand. And this will be the end of the second field. I can actually see much better on my OBS screen than I can on the monitor itself. The stuff is so clear, it's hard to differentiate between the area that's been fertilized and hasn't. So I spent some money, just a little bit of money. But here's the thing. I need my combine harvester again. I bought another field. I decided since, well, I'm probably going to have to start some kind of new save game or fix something later on. Instead of building something, let's buy something. And I bought this field over here. It's a big field of canola, and I think it's going to turn out pretty well for us. We can get some straw off of this too. And it says that the harvest quantity is 17,786. I don't believe it. It's a big field, but yeah, we'll figure that out, I guess. Yeah, need a combine harvester. We got 42 grand left. We're going to have to spend that before the end of the night. So combine harvester time it is. Unfortunately, I do not have the header attached to this one. I got to figure out where that is. I think it's in the area just to our right here. Can we get out without, hitting anything? Tell you what, combine harvesters are great. But in this situation, I'm so terrified that I'm going to hit stuff. Normally, I don't care, but it's such a tight location. Such a tight area for a big old combine harvester. Any other map, I would say, yeah, the Evian is, it's pretty small. It's a tiny combine, and here I'm like, it's so large. It's like the smallest offering I could have chosen other than the Massey. Got it. All right, we're over here. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Now that I see the size of the field in comparison to the combine, I kind of believe a little bit now that, yeah, this isn't going to give us a whole lot. But we should get some straw. There we go. So we will at least do that. So that'll be nice. The canola, we could sell that, take it to an oil mill, something. Do something with it, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But the biggest important thing here is making sure that we get this harvested in a nice, timely manner. It's still before lunchtime. So we're okay. I just want to give a move on because as soon as we harvest this field and we get the grain off of it, or the straw off of it rather, and we get the grain put away in our silos, well, then we could finally move forward. But I got to figure out, what are we going to spend that last $42,000 on? First pass, we got 3,300 liters. I'm starting to believe the 17,000 liter bet that it told me. So after 2 passes, we're up to 6,300 liters, and I'm gonna go ahead and knock out a few of these straight passes here. since we're not having to unload anytime soon, well, maybe we will. We'll have to wait and see. That I'm just gonna do this work myself. It's easier that way. So yeah, I'm hoping by the end of it all, maybe to own a lot more than just this area around the main farm here. It'd be nice to kind of explore and expand a little bit. Maybe have a couple different farms. I don't know if you guys remember way back when I was playing Farming Simulator 17 and even through 19, I would have different farms with different jobs and things like that. So for example, let's see, where is the other farms? Okay, here. So here's the sheep farm. And something like this, I would have like this. And I would have a couple vehicles up here, like one or two. And they just be parked there, hanging out, doing their thing. Let's see, we've got our pig farm around here somewhere. I've got to remember where it is. I don't think that's it. Anyway, it's around here somewhere. And we would have the pig farm. And then we'd have one or two vehicles there. And then we'd have this farm. And it'd have one or two vehicles. And then just everywhere. There were vehicles all over the place. That was also back when I had way too much equipment. But I think something like that, you know what, might be kind of fun. Doing good so far. We got a little bit more to go, and then we'll be all done, at least with the harvest of this field. But yes, we are so far away from my expectations of how much we would actually get. Almost done. There it is. Bring it up, turn it off, make a little pile of straw. All is good. Yeah. All parked up, ready to go. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this out. What did it say? Was it 17, 16? I can't even remember what I've said at this point. It's been a hot minute. Let's find out. 16,558. All right. Well, not amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but could have been a lot worse. So there's that. For the price that I paid for the field, I don't think we got our money's worth. At least not the first time around. It's like $119,000, and we got 16,000 liters. So unless that's paying $6,000 or $7,000 per 1,000 liters, I don't think we're gonna make our money back first time around. But that's okay because we have multiple times to go through and get it all done. Final thing, we need to make some bales and go pick them up. There we go, looking good. I don't know how many bales we're gonna get off of this thing, but I can't be a bunch. I mean, with all that straw, what are we gonna get? 5 bales? 4 bales? Something like that? I don't know, man. Let's go ahead and reset the bale counter. There we go. And get to it. I forgot what the working width is on this thing. Oh, 6.6 meters. Yeah, that checks out. Let's just go over here, 6.6. Yeah, that lines up. Perfect. Okay, I said we would get, what did I say, 4 or 5 or 6? We'll say somewhere between 4 and 6 bales. Let's see what we actually get. Apparently is off by a few. And we made 11 bales. Of course we did. And this is my favorite part. Picking up all the bales. Nope, I missed it. No! Got it. We're good. We're back. Oh my goodness. I just realized there are 2 different pickup modes on this trailer. Oh, that's so cool. How did I not know about that? I was wondering why the bales were not picking up like right beside it. And they weren't because of the thing. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. So this mode is called ground mode. And then the other mode is called flatbed mode. Okay, very neat. So bales in. There we go. Boop and boop. All done there. So we can go ahead and put everything back where it goes and get out of here. The final moments of day 1 are here, and I've already made a few decisions on how to spend the money that we had left over. I had about 40 grand left. I had to figure out what to do with it. So one of the things I've done is I have upgraded my greenhouse. It is now a level 3. Basically, it's it's as good as 3 greenhouses, but it's only 1. Which is great. I've done another thing. If we run real fast, let's jump everything. Parkour. I've added one of these guys over here so we get seed fertilizer, that kind of thing. Very, very cool. I put it right here. I hope that these triggers don't overlap. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we have to. I do have some seed and fertilizer that we've got on the farm right now. we will use that first before we do anything else. Because I'm still playing on version 1.2 of the map, I am avoiding doing anything wild and crazy, like, you know, building big animal areas and things like that. So the release of the map and everything with it is kind of limited what I can do. We've also got bunnies here, but I'm not doing anything with this. As a matter of fact, I'm planning on building maybe a sheep barn behind the house. We've got enough room for it, so I think eventually we'll do that, but for now, we're leaving things the way that it is. And that's about all I could think of right now to spend my money on. I mean, I guess we could buy product, but that would technically be cheating because you're buying something to sell for later, and investments are a terrible idea in farm sim. So let's fast forward to like 11:30 p.m. and see if anything goes on sale. Oh, should probably put away my combine. Hey, I was able to get the whole thing in here. No issues whatsoever. Look at that. Even almost all the way back. Sweet. All right. No, if I shut that, I'm going to forget it's in there. Let's not do that. There's one thing that we need to do real quick before we do anything else. I need to get my liquid tanker because our new setup on the greenhouse will hold 30,000 liters of water. Well, right now there's only 10,000 in there, so we need to fill up the water container. 14,600 liters at a time. Oh, pulling in is not the right way to do this. Let's back in. Yeah, we'll be good. This was the right machine for this, though. Smaller tractor, yes, that will also work. But look at this. Bam. Right in there. Best backwards driver in farm sim when compared to clutch. Oh, yeah. Boom. And let's dump out the rest on number 2. There we go. Perfect. You know what? I think I'm just going to leave that there. At least till morning. We'll see what the milk does. I'm not quite sure if we're going to be selling milk every day or even how any of that's going to work. So let's just park it up. This is not where this goes, but it'll be fine for now. Let's figure it out. Apparently there's a tornado right now. Where? Oh gosh, there is a tornado right now. Hold on a minute. Oh, there's bad weather up in here. Why is there a tornado here? I think I've got destruction turned off. Oh, wow, that's a lot. I did want to check on a couple things, though. Let's see. Let's come over here. Ooh, we got tomatoes. It's happening. All right. There's not a lot. There's only one. Oh, well, I guess that's fine. Let's see. So that's that. How are the cows doing? Oh, I bet they're doing good. Are the cows doing good? They are doing good. Let's see. We have 5,000 liters of manure in here and 4,800 liters of slurry just for those. Ooh, what about over here? What about the dairy cows? 5,000 liters of milk, nice. 8,100 manure, nice. 7,000 of slurry, nice. But if I don't spend my money, I'm gonna lose my $9,000 I have right now. What do we do? Is it against the rules to have solar power? Here we go. Let's put down, bam, there we go. Now we have $1,200 left. Where am I? Oh, I'm figuring out where I am. So that must mean the house is over here. Yup. And there's our solar panel. So we'll make a little bit of cash off of it, but not too bad. Is there a plane? It's raining, dude. Get out of the air. All right, I think I figured out what I'm going to do. In the used section over here, we've got a couple things. So like, for example, here, we've got lime. We're getting a really good price for it, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But it's used, so whatever, I'm going to buy it. Also, I tried to buy the Zeta right here, but for some reason, it charges you $4,000 for a stupid steering wheel. No, thank you. Probably going to have to delete that mod because that's dumb. And then there was something else. There it is. Road salt. I don't know why I need this, but it's super cheap. So we're going to buy it. So now we're down to $900. Can't think of anything else I could buy from the store or replaceable to put down that's going to be $900. You know what? It's dark and I could barely see anything, but wouldn't it be better if there was light everywhere? Yeah, it would be. So we got a couple different options for light. So for $200, we got this one, which is nice and bright, but I don't know if that's the one. We got this one, which I think is probably a little much for a farm like this, although putting it places like this might be a good idea. We got this one. That one's not going to happen. This one, I don't even have enough money for that. And then we've got this size right here, which I think is probably more likely for this. I ain't putting these down because that's not gonna work. These are nice, but again, I feel like I'm not getting my money's worth, you know? Does that make sense? And then we got something like this, which is pretty cool. These are pretty nice. I like that. Yeah, I got to figure out which one of these I want. Okay, so keep in mind, this is what everything looks like beforehand. All you could see are the triggers. And that's what it looks like after I've put some lights down. So I put one over here by the greenhouse, one here by kind of the front gate. I've also got another one over here by the silo. And then I've got one here on this because you can hardly see that. And then we got another one over here at the corner. There's another thing that I failed to mention as well. All of these barns have lights. I just don't know where the light switch is. Oh boy, there's one. All right, how bad's that gonna be? Yeah, now I can see. There's gotta be more. Where are all the lights? Got some in here. They also turn on the interiors here. Nice. So that's already way better. I think this building probably has light. Sure does. Oh boy, turn on the shed lights. Oh, it's a different button. Oh, interesting. All right. This barn, I already know where they are because I had to use it for a thumbnail. I like how they turn on. Just click, 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 click. I think it's cute. Let's see, lights in here. There's our switch. Turn them on. Yeah, this is better. This is way better. All right, let's turn on all the shed lights. Now, doesn't this look better with all the lights turned on? You can actually see. I can run around down here at night now and we can actually see what's going on. But I'm not going to because these cows are tired and they probably don't want me to. Oh my gosh. What? You are just the happiest cow in the world. All right, let's go to bed. I'll see you in the morning. We're down to $3, by the way. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my negative $1,627 existence, I guess. We do have some pallets here. Very nice. Thanks to Yoast. They are liftable, which is very cool. And we got another 547 liters in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our tomatoes over here, get them sold so we can go ahead and start getting this farm shop up and running. Since we can pick them up, I don't think we need to go very far with them. So why don't we just lift and carry? Also, a pallet fork might be good for something like this. Yeah, maybe one day. We don't have one right now. Oh, that would have been the perfect thing to buy. They're so cheap. Oh my gosh. There we go. 1,317. I'm still in the negative. That's awesome. Oh, this is just going to give us, like, we'll have $1,000. That's it. To be fair, anybody paying this much for tomatoes, thank you for buying my tomatoes. You're awesome. Ooh, they're Pomodori tomatoes. Nice. All right. So we got $1,000. That's good, I guess. Let's see how the animals have done, and is there anything that we can do for them? Food, we're looking pretty good. Let's see, 9,100 liters of manure overnight is wild, and 8,200 liters of slurry is also pretty wild for these guys. But what about the milk makers? How have they done overnight? Well, milk looks like 11,000 liters overnight, which is a lot, plus 13,000 manure and 11,000 slurry. We get a lot of milk and a bunch of poo overnight, dude. That's going to be something that we definitely need to figure out how we are going to sell it. Getting it's easy. All you do is go in the shed and click a button, and it just shows up in your front loader or trailer. But from there, and we got to figure that out. I guess first things first, though, we need to get out into the field. We need to get working, man. It's planting day. Once we can get this set up on autopilot, that's when I think we'll be good to go. So let's see, solid fertilizer set on wheat right now. We do need some type of grain crop. That is correct. Let's see if I can back this in here and get some seed and or fertilizer in it without the top opening and completely ruining everything that I'm trying to do here. Got it in. All right, cool. All right, filling up with seeds right now. Let's take a look and see what we can plant that is in the grains category. Barley, we could do that. Let's see, oats. Nope, oats is going to be a spring kind of thing. I do like oats, to be fair. Let's see, what else? Sorghum, we could do that. That's not a bad one. Wheat, of course. But we also have, let's see, a Vetri, triticales in there as well. Spelt, we could probably do too. let's take a look at the prices for some of this stuff. So barley, not too shabby at all. Around 1,700 bucks. That's pretty good. Let's see. Let's go down a little bit more. Oats, over 2,000. Very good money for oats. Sorghum, not terrible as well. $2,300. Did I look at the wrong number for oats? I did. 2,900. Holy cow. Now that's something good right there. Wheat, 1,800. Not bad. 1,200 for spelt and very low for triticale. So I think maybe spelt and triticale probably down on the list, if I'm honest. So here we are. We have our solid fertilizer and wheat in here. Although, like I said, I don't think we're going to be doing wheat. It would be nice to do some barley. I think we've done some of that. Actually, you know what? It would be nice to do some wheat. Maybe the 9761 right here would be good. And then maybe 48. We could run some oats on that. Although, oats give us more money. Maybe we run just one field of wheat this year. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Or we do a little bit of each. That could be fun too. So then we need to figure out which one's the smallest, because that's one we're going to do barley on. So wheat, oats, and barley. I know it's all base, but I've learned that the other ones don't give us as much, so there's no point to do them. Field 48. This one is 3.79 hectares. Over here, we're at 4.47 and 2.86. So this seems like a good barley field, and where we're at seems like a good wheat field, and this seems like a good oats field. I think we're good to go. It is a little early in the morning. Oh, I'm putting down barley. Come on! Now that I've gotten all that taken care of, why don't we go ahead and let an AI worker do the rest of it. There we go. Set it up. Let them go, because we need to get out of here and run over to back to the main farm. I need to figure out what to do with this milk. I know we got a water tank around here around the corner, and well, unfortunately that's the only tank I've got that could transport any kind of milk whatsoever. I think it's probably got enough water in there right now, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. And of course, milk is at its best price right now, so I think that's gonna have to be a thing that we do every morning. We need to collect the milk, and we need to take it to the milking place? What is that place called again? Let's see. Liquid fill station. No, we're not going there. By state chase. No, Pure Pasture Dairies. That's where we're going. Yeah. Wait, the liquid fill station selling for 2,800 bucks? Yeah, but I own that, so I can't sell there. It's just gonna put it in like a silo. I think this is the only thing about this map that is a little difficult, is getting in here and getting the milk out. Fortunately for us, 11,000 liters. It's not too shabby. Not too bad at all, actually. There we go. We are full, and now all we gotta do is take this to the dairy. The idea is that if we do this every day, even on days where they're not paying as much, we will get a steady stream of income and do quite well. Also, I still need to build the little road beside this field. Eventually, this is not going to be a good idea. We got another day or two where we can do this. Then after that, you got to go the long way. Eventually, it also would be nice if we had some kind of delivery vehicle. Maybe what's that thing called? A Unimog? We got some liquid tanks for the Unimogs now, so that would be pretty cool to invest in. Maybe get one of those and just be able to drive it down here every single day. That would be pretty cool. But for now, I guess driving a tractor on the road, it's not the biggest problem in the world, is it? Bring this over here, get it to the tanks, sell it up, and we'll see what we can get. This should be a fairly decent payday for day one in the game. This is gonna be pretty good. 25 grand. You know what? If we make $25,000 every day in game, I'm gonna be pretty happy. I got enough to buy a planter. All right, so slurry should be right here. Now we're not gonna get it out because I don't have anywhere to take it or put it yet, but let's see, what's the storage number for slurry? I hate that I have to keep coming over here, but it does work. Slurry is 500,000 liters, so that's okay. Manure, on the other hand, that's going to be something I think we need to muck them out fairly regularly, or else we're just going to have way too much. As far as these cows go, slurry's 100,000, so it's not as much, but it's still pretty good. And let's see, manure 50,000. So there's actually a lot of manure in here, but they still only have 9,100 liters in there right now. Might be a pretty good idea to go ahead and We'll keep the manure, or keep the slurry there, but maybe go ahead and muck both of them out just so we get in the habit of doing it. I'm also seeing that we're probably going to have to make TMR every couple days. Let's take a look here. Ooh, it didn't dump any out overnight. I was expecting it to do such a thing. Let's see, where are these guys at? Here they are. Looks like we didn't get down to the hay to end up using it. I do want to get down to that, so let's not feed them right now. Let's go feed the other guys. Now these cows will be happy to hear that we've got TMR for everybody. Oh yeah, eat them up. Before we get too excited, it looks like our worker has almost completed this, so all I gotta do is just come through here, knock out this very last bit, and then we are going to be done seeding this wheat field. Hopefully we get a good amount. We'll have to wait and find out because we still need to fertilize once over this, but I don't think we can do it yet. I think we're going to have to wait until tomorrow in game. Also, we can't do oats yet, so barley is going to be the next one, and it is going to go right in here. Just like before, I'm going to come through here and do the first passes and things like that myself, run those two headlands, and then I'll let the worker do their thing. I know that they normally will go up and down, but I'm still used to playing Farming Simulator the old-fashioned way where I do the outside first and then the inside, so please don't judge me too hard. And we're done with that one. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. We need to get some manure mucked out. Now, this is very easy. I know there's been quite a few people that have been, well, fairly curious on how this works, and I've had some questions, so let me show you. So, for us today, we're going to come over here, open up, and then we're gonna jump in our telehandler, come through, make sure our bucket is lower down, and we get start filling manure. Click that, bam, starts filling up. That's it. And from there, we're done. There you go. Now you can go put it wherever you want to. You can't muck it out technically, but you just go in, hit the trigger, and you're good to go. So we've got our 9,100 liters over here. You can see we've got a lot of weight on the front of this. And there's a special place just for manure on this map, and it is right here. So we are going to utilize this for what it's meant for. We're just going to dump the manure out, just like that. Now to get the other cow's manure, ooh, it's a little bit more spry when I don't have 10,000 liters of manure in the bucket in the front. For this one, we are gonna have to, I think, come around the side, the left side or that right side right there. I can't remember if we can come into the middle or not. Let's give it a try and see. Yes, it works. We can come straight down the middle and pick it up. All right, I've been going to our right here, going down through there because that's technically where the manure pile is, but this works just fine. Here we go, another 10,000 liters. Thank goodness that we have that weight on the bag. If I drop it down, will that help any? No, it's just gonna drag it. And again, we're just gonna bring it in here and drop it off. Oh boy, that's heavy. There we go. I think there's a little bit more in there too. And that right there is how it is done. That is how we muck out our aminals. And we're gonna have a lot of poo in here by the time it's all said and done. Eventually we'll have to figure out what to do with it, but for now, like I said, I have no idea what we're gonna do with it, so we'll just leave it there. All right, so here we go. We are all done with this one, so now we can go put this away, and that's gonna be it for seeding. Actually, today's a pretty easy day in game. I told you, day one takes forever. Why did I go this way? Day two, well, it's pretty quick. You know what? I totally forgot that we had a thing of road salt and lime down here. Do I have heavy lift turned on? No, I did not. I just am able to pick those up apparently. Well, oh, I can only pick one of them up. Oh, that's weird. So we've got all that done. No way to fertilize this field now, so we're just going to let it be the way that it is. I am going to be keeping an eye out for either a manure spreader or very likely more a slurry spreader, because I could go put slurry on those fields right now and be done. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. We're going to fast forward a little bit of time. I'm going to watch the food and make sure that it goes down so we can get rid of some of that hay. All right, well, we're looking pretty good. It took quite a bit of that food right off the bat. Let's see. It looks like every month it is, or every month, every hour it's going down, so that's good. All right, we're all the way up to 5 p.m. now. Apparently it's raining, but I don't see it. It's starting to a little bit. Okie dokie. We are right at the edge now. Food is 500 liters. So what I want to do is we want to go 1 more hour in the game, and then they should be ready for full amount of food. So in here you can see all that's left is the hay itself. So as soon as we hit the hour mark, and there it is, they're down to 0 food, also down to 0 productivity, to be fair. And now we can come in here and top them off. Yeah! Apparently TMR is not accepted there. I tried going, no! I tried going in there and it wouldn't let me. I couldn't tell you what's up. I gotta figure this one out. Hopefully I haven't done something to break something. Okay, there we go. Usually if you just go in and out, reset the trigger, you're fine. They should take the majority of the rest of this food. Hopefully they do. And they have. We've still got a bunch of milk in there. We've got plenty of straw, thank goodness. TMR, food's doing good. We'll check on these guys. Food's looking good there as well. I think we're probably ready to fast forward another day in game. Taking a look here at our tomatoes. Tomatoes, we're almost, well, I'll say almost at the edge, but, well, let's go check on it real quick. Look at that. We have another pallet. I think we need to invest in a way to move these, because this is fun, but it's not very, realistic's not the word, but it's not very fun. Good morning. Overnight we lost money. Of course we did. Apparently this thing doesn't make as much money as we need it to every night. That's fine. No big deal. No big deal. Looks like we've got 2 more things of tomatoes. Today I'm going to try something new where I try and lift both of them at the same time. Whoa. Yeah. Oh. Can we make it? Can we make it? Oh, we got to go this way. Oh, back this way. All right. I did that a little bit. I can do this. The idea is to not move up and down, because if you move up and down, one of them is likely to be flown in the air. Yeet. Just like that. There we go, another $1,300 for that one, and there's some broken tomatoes for another $1,300. Tomatoes are keeping us in business. Sweet. How are our cattle doing this morning? Well, looks like our milk is going up significantly. 15,000 liters overnight. We're going to have to make 2 trips over to the milkery? The milk place. Yep. Straw's still looking good, but probably have to put some more in after another month or 2. Manure's up again, 14,100. Slurry's up 24,000 liters. Very nice, but that's total, to be fair. And it looks like we need to give them a little bit of food. And then our Herefordshire's over here. Health is up, which is great. I do need to figure out these guys and selling, because I don't really know anything about these. I guess I could come over here and see how they're doing. See, $2,800. I doubt that's the best you could probably get out of these. I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. We haven't used our little truck here in a while, so I think that's what we're going to use today to get that into town. Get this milk sold. We actually have more milk than this will hold today. Took us 1 day in game to do it, although that milk is going to go down over time, at least throughout the winter. So here we go. We'll fill it up, but again, it's going to be way on the other side of where we need it to be. Probably need to invest in a bigger thing, but we don't have the money for that yet. As I said, getting in the habit, let's get in here and let's muck these guys out. I was about to say milk, but these cows do not produce milk. You know what? I think I got the idea. We're gonna have to make this trip twice a day. Once in the morning and once in the evening. I think that's the only way we're going to be able to get around this. So a couple things that we need to do on the farm today. We need to go through, we need to spray both of the crops that we did fertilizer in yesterday. Fertilizer seeded yesterday, so we need to do that. And to be fair, I think that's about it. I can't really think of anything else that we need to do right now. Tomorrow in game, we will be mowing, which will be a lot of fun. That'll be November, and that'll be the last farming activity of the year until we get into year 2. I doubt we're gonna make as much money off of the milk today as we did yesterday in game, but you know what? I still hope we make a decent amount. Let's see, let's find it and see what we're going to be getting out of it. Still pretty good. Let's see, where are we at? 2,100? Okay. I think we made more. $31,000. Oh my gosh. We're overdoing it just a bit, boys and girls. We're overdoing it just a bit. 2 days in game so far, and we have made $59,000. That's a little bit much, I think. All right, let's get this stuff loaded up real fast. I did not bring anything to put them up there. That one's not gonna work. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how it got up there. I had a friend help me. Yep, that was it. Uh-oh, we got a tractor on the road. We gotta go around him. Yay! I'm probably speeding. Oh gosh. All right, so we've also now got everything out of this shed here. We can close that up. We don't have anything in there either. We can close that up too. We need to figure out where in the world we're gonna sell this stuff. We got lime in here, we got road salt, and I don't think there is literally anywhere where we could take this and get rid of it. Road salt there. Yeah, no one is buying this stuff. So I think this will be one of those, well, I'll just do it myself then. So we got a sell point down on the farm. We'll see if we can deliver there. As far as crops and stuff go, I'm not gonna bring them there. Probably just gonna delete it after we deliver this stuff. Or we could just make a pact that I'll never sell anything over here unless it is stuff that I cannot sell other places. So there we go. Nice. Oh yeah, road salt is absolutely useless, isn't it? Sure is. Let's see. There's gotta be a way to get rid of this. I think there is, because this could be used as a tipper, which I forgot about until just now. And then we can empty it. Ta-da! Gone. Sweet. So we'll just make the agreement that I won't sell anything at that sell point specifically unless I can't sell it anywhere else. More little odd jobs as we've got some more manure that needs to be gotten rid of. Ooh, I wonder. Oh, that's yeah, man. All right, we'll have to be careful. I think I put the suspension cabin to work on that one, didn't I? That was a little bit much. Now we can get out here into the field. Probably could wait a little while longer just so it brightens up a bit, but we'll be all right. That ain't gonna be a problem. Usually helps if you turn it on, turned on the wrong one. Turned on the tank itself instead of the sprayer. Let's try this again. Nope, still turned on the tank. Stupid tank. I don't want to do that. There we go. That's better. And checking for validation. I will never water roll these. And we're looking. Oh, this is already fertilized all the way. So is 48. Well, I guess we're not fertilizing. What in the world happened? You know what? I've got fertilize once turned on, and I probably had it enabled on the seeder. My bad. And I found a new home for the sprayer. All right. If we can get this thing in here without causing too much trouble, I think we'll be good to go. So then, now time to make some more TMR. We are completely out. We've gone 2 days in game. Well, from August, September, October. So, like I said, seems like about every 2 days we're gonna need to refill this thing. So let's go do that now. Don't forget the rear weight and make sure we've got the correct attachment. We're gonna try this again. 4 silage bales, 26,000 liters worth. Oh boy. Oh, bring them in here. There we go. There's one. And just drop the rest. Oh no! We lost it. Turns out it doesn't make all that racket if you don't have it. Have it turned on. All right, so there's that. I'm a little worried that having the bells go in like this is not gonna work out well. I'm gonna see if I can drop them and make them kind of kick down towards the middle like this, but we'll see. That bell on the top is really the one that worries me a bit. So we'll put it here, let it go. I think that worked out perfect. 45,500 in there. Nice, perfect. Oh yeah, and wasn't I gonna sell some silage bales? I never did that, did I? My bad. Let's see, boop, boop. Hey, dropped it perfect. Nice. All right, so we got all that going in. Let's take a look. It is TMR, thank goodness. Let's double check it, and there's no straw yet. Let's put, I put 24,000 liters of hay in there, so I need to make sure I put less than 24,000 liters or equal to of straw. So that's going to be 2 bales of this, I think, 9,000 liters each. As long as they're equal parts or less, you're okay when it comes to that kind of stuff. All right, so 87.5 is our number currently right now. We could put a little bit more straw in if we wanted to, but I don't think that's a good idea. We could put some more hay in, but I don't think that's a good idea either. I think putting another bale of silage in is a good idea because we have too much of it. So I think we found our perfect mixture, at least for the crops that we've got and the available fruit types. 8 silage, I believe, is the number. So 8 silage, 3 hay, and 2 straw. And that makes almost a perfect mixture, at least for us. 94,000 liters. Not too bad. Now we'll just come through and top everybody off until they are good. See what I'm saying here? TMR is not accepted here. It gives me that wild and wacky thing that says TMR is not accepted for some reason. And I don't know why. Oh well, it's accepted here, so we'll just dump it here instead. There we go, good amount. And we'll give the rest to our beef cows. There we go, everybody's happy. Now they just need a little bit extra bedding. I think we'll be all set. This one is a different trailer, by the way. That's the other one that we got. So now we need to get some silage or straw bales. Let's see, we got a bunch of straw bales in here now, don't we? 23 of them, yeah. That's pretty good. How about we go maybe 10? 10 straw bales? Ooh, that's a lot. I should do it in groups of 4 so I can pick them all up. I guess I can still pick these up, can't I? Yeah, so we'll do a group of 3 here. Very, very easy. There we go. Then the group of 4, just because of its location. We gotta make sure we drop it straight down. Or at an angle, that worked as well. And the last stack, right? Chaw. There we go. Cool. We can just drop that right where it's at. 90,000. Oh, that's right. I didn't think about how much we were putting in there. Yeah, no, that's almost full, ain't it? Sure is. All right. I'm glad we didn't do 1,000,000 liters because that would have just been ridiculous. Hopefully straw's accepted everywhere in here. There we go. Got a straw dump trigger. It's not going to take a whole lot. Cows, yeah, they take a lot of straw, but it fills up pretty quickly. There we go. And lastly, into here where I'm going to have to back out of it. But that's okay. I've got my food up there in the way. And with that, the cows are fat and happy. They've got everything they could possibly want and need. So I've decided that each day at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. will be when I come in here and sell the milk that we've got. That's also going to be whenever we sell the stuff for our tomatoes, maters. Yeah. I also think it's probably a good idea to go ahead and make some more stuff because we could probably make other things as fast as we are making tomatoes. So I'm actually going to run up there before we leave, and we are going to mess with that a little bit and see if we can start branching out a little bit. I think we could probably make more stuff than we're giving ourselves credit for. So, check it. We've got one thing of maters out here. That's cool. Let's open this up. And let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. So here's where everything is. The only thing we're making is tomatoes. But we could sell all these things at our at the farm shop thing. So why don't we just turn it all on? Activate. Instead of getting, what, 3 pallets a day? We should be getting like, I don't know, 20 pallets a day now. Should be anyway. Speaking of pallets, let's get rid of this one. Let's take it over here, and we'll give it to... Bam! Haha, went fast. 1,400! Tell you what, man, I should just do more tomatoes. All right, there's that. Let's jump in here. Let's get this milk sold. Oh, good. They're not closed yet. That is very good. Let's turn on some more lights so I can see what I'm doing. I may have to put some more lights down here because this is going to be somewhere we visit quite often. I think we're going to need something else to carry this milk around with, but you know what? Milk prices are milk prices. Sometimes the year they'll be great, sometimes they won't. Right now, we're getting great prices for them, and I'm really, really happy about that. I mean, we're making, what, 25-30 grand a day in game? Maybe a little more? There you go, 17. That's just for half the day today. Good morning and welcome back to Witcombe Park. Today is going to be a little bit of a busy day because we need to feed the cows super early, 8 a.m. It's not even it's still a little dark. Maybe the sun will start coming up a little bit more. We also need to get the milk out because every day at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. we take the milk out. So that's going to be the first thing we do. Maybe make ourselves a little bit of cash money. Then we'll come back, muck everybody out, and give them some food. Now that we're getting close to winter, we've got to keep a lookout because it is going to start cooling off. And let's see, right now we're showing 50 degrees. It's still a little warm, to be fair, today, but that's going to cool off quickly, especially when we get into December. I almost forgot that there's no crops in this field yet. I was about to say, hi, wait a minute. But no, we're cool. Not terrible pricing on the milk. We got 15 grand off of that 8,000 liters. We're below $2,000 per 1,000 liters right now, but I think we're going to get a little bit better as we get into spring. So, all right, that's the first thing done. Now we need to feed them and muck them out. As for our cows, our beef cows actually have a little bit more than our other cows do. So let's take a look here and see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. So the beef cattle, they've got 11,000 liters, not too shabby. But if we look at our regular cows, our dairy cattle, they've only got 2,000 liters. And per day, we're eating 28,000 liters right now. So we need to give them, well, we need to leave at least 30, because those guys, those are the ones that we want to make sure that they're eating. So we'll fill this up. Oh, well, it looks like we've got plenty, don't we? Holy cow, look at all that food. There we are. Alrighty. Hopefully they take all of this. I don't even remember how much food they can actually hold. But find out though, ain't we? Yeah. Alright. Well, they got enough, don't they? There we go. Now we can let the sun come up just a little bit. Let's get these guys mucked out, shall we? So it looks like we're gonna have to fill this thing up a couple times unless I decide to go get something a little bit bigger. Let's drop that off, please. That took a little while, didn't it? And we get our bucket, which does not take a while. Pops up right away. And again, as I showed in the last episode, this is very, very easy. I see people asking how to do this all the time, and I don't think they're trying anything. All you gotta do is come in here, boop, click, done. All right, well, that's one, and now let's get the other. Pretty sure you can go in here? Yeah, this one will have to come in here twice to get this. While that's going, let's go and get everybody prepped up and ready to go for mowing. Yeah, we gotta make ourselves some more hay and silage bales, so that is exactly what we are going to do. Now, to start with, today we're actually gonna use the Fent for mowing, because I think that this is going to knock out the job pretty quick, and it should do everything perfectly for us the first time around. Now, if only I can remember where I put the mowers, we'll be good to go. Found them. We're good. We're good. We're good. I bought these mowers with the John Deere and the JCB kinda in mind. JCB is actually a little bit overpowered for these things. The Fent definitely overpowered for both of these mowers, but I think that's what's going to make this go quickly. Should be able to rock and roll just fine. Won't have any problems with that thing trying to get up the hill. This will also be another one of those where I just let the worker do it, because they will only mow what is on the field. So that should work pretty well for us. Let's see, let's get to a point. Man, that sun is just something else, ain't it? Cool, man, cool. All right, set this up. There we go. And AI worker, work all the stuff. Yes, please, thank you very much. 2 headlands, should be plenty. Okay, go. Ooh, oh, bright lights. And back to mucking them out. Might be able to see them from right here. Yeah, top of the screen. Check that out already. So we have a lot of manure here, and I'm thinking we probably need to start packing it up against the back. I feel like this is more of a silage silo than anything right now. All right, there we go. Just the perfect amount so that I don't crash. Cool, cool. Looking good. I think this may be the first time I've ever actually used the area that you're supposed to put the manure in. Ooh, guess what I see? We have a manure spreader here, which is got an unrealistic capacity. It is used, what are we getting off on this? 55% off right now. I think this may be something to choose, because we can actually put this down and seed on top of it. We've got our fertilizer done. Yeah, this may be it. Let's see. Let's go with that. I like the Samson color. Is there anything? Oh, no, not yellow. I think we'll end up taking the JCB over to pick it up. It is Well, I'm very, very excited about this. I don't think I've ever used a manure spreader to do much of anything. And now we get to actually use one, which is very exciting. So that could be a great way to... Oh, that's not where the gate is. Oh, back it up, back it up. This could be a really nice way to not have to pay for fertilizer anymore, or at least for right now. We also have a ton of slurry, so we'll keep an eye out for slurry spreader as well. Manure, I think, is going to work really well on like regular fields like this, and I think the slurry is definitely going to be a grass field kind of thing. Gonna have to turn on my blinkies. It's I don't know what in the world I just hit back there, but let's pretend that didn't happen. Slow tractor alert. Oh, come on, dude, go. Oh, that's not my spot. Oh, what is he doing? You know what? That was probably clutch. Dude doesn't know how to drive. And here she is, our manure spreader. Yeah. And the good thing too, because it does hold 200,000 liters, it still fits my play style a little bit. We can actually load this thing up and get a field done before, you know, unloading or reloading or whatever. We need some help getting this thing though. How's about we look at this, the forage pickup? What we could do is we could put this on the front of the JCB. It should be able to pick up manure, although I've not seen that icon on here yet. It's a forage, right? There it is, manure. We should just be able to use that and then just go into here and it'll just shoot it in the back of the trailer. I think that'll work. And what we could do as well, saving the game before I do anything, what we can actually do is instead of dumping all the manure into here, we can dump all the manure into the trailer. And then when it's time to use it, it's already full. I decided to go JCB colors with it. This is gonna be $3,000-ish. I can't remember exactly how much this costs just to lease. However, boy, oh boy, let me tell you what, it is gonna be so wonderful not having to do any of this myself. Look at this, working already. I remember using stuff like this back in Farm Sim 17 when I was playing on console. We had something very similar to this, and we would use it for all kinds of stuff, and I loved it. It was absolutely perfect. And this seems to be doing the job too. I'm really glad I had this installed. I don't have a lot of mods in that category installed, but this one's done all right. Yeah, alrighty, there we go. How much manure have we gotten? Man, check that out. 65,000 already? I bet we could get over 70. It's not a whole lot left in here though, so I'll be interested to see exactly how much we get off of this. There's 69, 70, 71, 72. Cool. Alrighty, so that does that. I don't think we can collect manure with this thing. We can always give it a try and see, but I don't think we can. I also don't think we have any manure left. Hey! Ho-ho! Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, we're gonna use this from now on. Best $3,000 ever. One field down, one to go. Here we are. Go ahead and do your thing, home slice. So we'll come over here, take a look. We do have our two fields that we planted in one of the last ones. So over here, we've got our barley, we've got our wheat up here, and then 61 is going to be oats. However, can't do anything with that yet. We're gonna have to wait until March to put those oats in the ground over there, which means we can continue using that as a shortcut between now and then. All right, let's do an assessment. Get out of here, boars. Let's do an assessment of the bales that we've got before we decide to do anything else, because I need to figure out what we need left. So let's see, we've got 5 hay bales left and we have 31 silage bales. We're not going to be doing anything with this until the springtime. So what we've got is what we're going to have to hang on to. I don't know how many hay bales we're going to make off of the first field. Maybe it's a good idea to go ahead and go through and just do that whole field in hay. So we'll do that. The smaller field will do all hay. I thought about doing all silage, but at this point we're not selling it. We're keeping it. So I'm a little bit nervous. We have a bunch of silage bales. Should we flip-flop and do hay on the big field and silage on the little field? I think that's what we're gonna do. I kind of feel bad now because we don't need this telehandler anymore for moving silage. Still, we'll use it for something. Let's put it in here. We need to move stuff around all the time. but it may find itself in this shed a little longer than usual. All right, we got our John Deere. Let's take this, and we are going to go ahead and hit with the windrow. Yeah, because we don't actually need to do anything on that field. Oh yeah, and we've slept a little bit too. It's now 11 a.m. in game. Did that because it was getting extremely annoying. Where am I going? It was getting extremely annoying having to have lights turned on, so now we don't have to worry about that anymore. Should be good with this tractor. I don't see why this would cause any issues. It's not like this requires a whole lot of power, I guess. I guess the John Deere really doesn't have a whole lot of power anyway, though, but yeah, I think we'll be all right. Let's go over here, set that, boom, and then go into steering assist, 2 headlands. Yep, that will work. So the idea here is going to be that we do these 2 headlands, and then whenever we are done with the 2 headlands, we'll do our back and forths. And then when we're done with our back and forths, we'll have to do one more pass around the inside headland. And what that's going to do is that's actually going to put everything kind of right even for us. We don't have to worry too much about accidentally getting off center, or if we're putting bales down, whatever we're doing. We don't have a lot of cares or worries. Looks like our mower is doing pretty good as well, making their way through. Usually the headlands are a little slower, but once they start going up and down, it's a whole different story. And yes, this poor little John Deere right here has had a little bit of a tough time getting up this hill, but you know what? It's cool. I need something that turns good, but it's a little bit smaller than that JCB we've got. I like the JCB. It's just a little bit big for what I need and what it is, but the power's good. I like the 3000. I think a 4,000 might be in the realm. Might be good, maybe good. As long as we find something with a CVT, I think I'll be all right. And I totally keep forgetting to change this windrow to 9 meters. It says 8.2 in the game. I'm losing 0.8 meters every pass. Come on. Now, usually, as I mentioned, I go back and fix like this headland spot right here. But you know what? I'm gonna leave it. I've been wasting a whole pass on these like for years. Let's just hold it off and see what happens. Maybe it doesn't irritate me as much as I think it will. Now it's time for the JCB to get involved. I'm gonna try to get in and out of here without any problems. There we go. All right. You know what? Maybe I'm just being a little bit too hard on this thing. It's not bad at all, except for my driving. I have gone the wrong way. Before we get into the field, we'll go ahead and set this thing up. 8.2 meters. There we go. And we'll go from there. Looks like square bell twine. Oh, come on. I'm really not paying attention, am I? Oh, I'm awful. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Here we go. Turn it. Got it. And activate. Sweet. So, again, this is going to be all silage. So everything off of this field will be silage. And everything off of the other field right to our right will be hay. I tell you, I know going uphill in real life with a CVT transmission would be, you know, maybe as good, maybe not as good as using a power shift, but holy cow, in Farming Simulator, power shifts are difficult to work with. And that is why the Fent is doing this job and not any of the other tractors we've got. We may be upgrading our tractor setups here sooner rather than later. I'm not sure how many bells I've got here, but we do have a couple. There we go. Go ahead and kick out the empty bells. I don't know why they do that. So we got that. Now we can head over to our other field and start tedding. Of course, I've forgotten the most important part of making a silage bell. Converting it from grass into silage. Yes. Wrapping the bell. I have not done that part yet. So let's get up here. We'll get to it. Hey, at least we've got something that we can use our telehandler for. This will work great for this job. And of course, I have totally forgotten to take the bell wrap and change it to the white bell wrap. So it looks like we're gonna have to utilize all of this. And I'll be honest, I think I've only refilled bell wrap once or twice ever, because eventually I just quit using bells and do productions. Let's see if I can utilize this. Let's get this bell out of the way. Oh, yeah. There we go. That worked. Mostly. I mean, you know, it's not 100%, but kinda. Sweet. I will also say, since it's sunny out right now, we can actually just look at the glint off of the bells. And that tells me which ones have been wrapped and which ones haven't. Uh-oh. A bell ended up down here somewhere. There it is. We're gonna have to get this thing up the hill. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think that's all the bells. All of these are black now. No green bells. Looking good. Now we get to get over here and do some tedding. Now the tractor has already knocked out a lot of this field, so we aren't gonna go too far over with it, but I think we'll be all right. Here we go. We're gonna definitely do 2 headlands. This is 8.2, is that right? 8.2, all right. It's exactly the same as the windrow. Cool. Oh yeah, and remind me, I'm gonna have to go around the field again. Look at this. It's all over the outside of the field. Cool beans. We might be all right depending on how the windrow takes care of that, but I think we're gonna have to run around the outside once. Just kick everything in. I'm loving using the crawl stuff, but there is a reason that I use this every time. The boundary system. It just works. All right, well, things are starting to get a little bit crowded over here. Equipment. Where's this equipment? Equipment. Yeah, right here. Goodness gracious. So much equipment all over the place. But the good thing is, all we have to do from here, we got to ted all of this up, and then after we're done tedding it, we'll come through and bale it up, and then we'll pick up both sets of bales at the same time and be done with it. So now tedding is done. We've got this whole field finished off, so now all we got to do is windrow and bale, and we're done. Still got to go around this field a couple more times, but it won't be too much. And now we're finishing up this. Bam! So we've got this whole field done. Now it's time to bale. And we're making hay! Oh yeah! Sweet. So this is bale number 1. I did not get the bale counter reset in time, so we'll just add 1 to whatever we get at the very end. Again, hoping that we get a good amount because we have a lot more silage bales than we do hay right now. And we got more silage bales off of that one field right there than I thought we would. But I get a sneaky suspicion that by the time all of this is said and done, we're gonna have a whole lot more hay bales than we know what to do with. But silage is worth more, but I have to remind myself over and over and over again, we are not selling the bales. End of story. All right, we're all done with baling. Let's kick everything out. And our total numbers are 40. So we've made 40 of these. I don't remember how many silage bales we made, but I think we're gonna have a pretty close number of silage and hay bales together. All right, let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. First things first, we'll pick up all of the silage bales. We'll see how many of these we got. I don't think we're going to be filling up a whole trailer with these. Just as I thought. 16. All right, so there's that. Now let's see how many hay bales we can get a hold of. And for that, well, we already know how many we have. 40 of them. For 30? How many was it? I've already forgotten. Oh no. All right, here they go. I'm actually coming in at a little bit of a different angle. I got to figure out how to delete these specific hedges here. I really don't want to like ruin it, but it's so much easier to come through here like this. Boom, 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 done. And you just kind of drive up on the other side and spin around. Yeah, you probably knew that I did that already, but it is what it is. All right, let's see what our numbers are currently. Hay bales are at 13. Silage is at 47. So we're definitely going to have more hay bales than we will silage bales. What is everything? My mouth ain't working right. That sell point right there is going to get me in trouble. I don't even know why we put it there. We got another one. Here we go. Boop, boop, boop. You know, there is one thing that I should have done, and that is put some of this stuff in the animal feed so I don't have to worry about it. But, you know, it is what it is. All right. So we're all full now. We can actually go to the right here. But before we do that, let's check it. What do we got? Ooh, 45 hay and 47 silage. Almost 1-to-1. Yes, I know literage is what matters, but whatever. Oh, yeah, and another thing. This place. Number 1, there's a whole bunch of water in there, and it is going so slow. Oh my goodness. It is taking, not my water, but like the amount of time. I don't know. This acts way different than any greenhouse that I've used before. Not sure what's up. We gotta figure that out. Although we can sell these tomatoes now, so that's pretty good. Oh no, I went the wrong way. Yeet. All right, whatever. Drop them out. All good. 1,400 bucks. Nice. So as I was saying previously, we are going to have to find some way for spreading off some slurry. Eventually, I would like to be sustainable with the fertilizer that we use, but I think we'll be okay between now and then. We've got a sprayer, so we'll just grab our sprayer and run that over the grass fields. We'll be 100% fertilized and ready to go. As I mentioned, in March, we're going to be getting the oats put in Farmland 61, and eventually it's going to be time to sell some stuff as well, because we've got barley that's ready in a month or two. We've got canola, again, actually this month or next month. We're looking for $32.67. Is there somewhere where we could sell that now? Witcombe, maybe we could possibly go there. Rye, we got another month or two with that. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So we'll have plenty of grain crops to sell eventually. Today we're spraying a field. Yeah. Now welcome. I hope you are doing great. We are getting ready to jump out into the field and get a little bit of spraying done. It's what we've got. I don't know why this is telling me to remove. There we go. I guess the rear sprayer's full now. Nice. So what we're up to, we have got some grass fields. We need to get out and spray them. I'm going to go ahead and refill this just a little bit. Just get a little bit extra in here. We're not going to need it, but it's always nice to have. That is not what I wanted. Can we please stop? It's going away. I don't know why. Why did it do that? That's so dumb. I want to get it out, not... There we go. I don't know what just happened or why that happened, but I hope it never happens again, or else I won't be using liquid fertilizer too much. Anyway, we have two grass fields that we are going to be spraying today. We got this one right here and the one right beside it. Right down below, we're still rocking. The barley's looking good. The wheat is looking good, although we do have some boars. Oh, yeah. And then soon, oats will be going in this field, but that's going to be in a day or two. We're also going to be monitoring everything because we should be getting a pretty good sale going as well. So that's going to be very, very exciting. I am very much so looking forward to selling some stuff that we've got and maybe getting a little bit extra cash and upgrading, buying things, etc., etc. I'll also tell you this. I really like the sprayer. I think the spray is very cool. Let's double check, make sure. Let's see, activate normal application rate. There we go. We do not need double application rate when it comes to this. There we go. All right, we're good to go. Looks like 61 does not have any fertilizer on it whatsoever, so we might figure that one out. I think we're going to put a little bit of manure down on that. I've also got a mod downloaded that allows me to remove fertilizer from seeders, which is great news because the one that we've got right now, it has fertilizer in it, which is fine, but I really don't want to use that. I want to, try and get to our manure, maybe eventually be able to put slurry down as well. So that's going to be another thing, is keep an eye out on the used market here for a slurry spreader. Still rocking and rolling. We're getting this field done. We are close, which is good. And we got a little spot down here and a couple little spots here, but you know what? I'm probably not going to worry too much about those. We'll just leave them be. One field down, one to go. Having a little trouble getting up the hill, though, I'll be honest with you. This John Deere, awesome tractor on flat land. Not so much when you put a hill in front of it. All right, now that's all done. I think we should probably go ahead and spread a little bit of manure over on the other field. We haven't used it yet, so it'd be nice to actually utilize that piece of equipment for once. And if y'all can remind me that I actually parked this here, I had to look for it. I forgot where I parked it. JK, I'm gonna park it right here. Barely fit in there anyway, so this... good spot in here with all the other equipment. Now, I think we can get away with using the JCB for this next job. It's not too massive, and we don't have a lot of weight because, well, there is none in this trailer that we're using, and we have a 24-meter working with. So I think the turning radius on this should be fine. We can also fill this up just a little bit with a little bit more. We'll come in here and fill this. What do we have, like 500 extra liters or something like that? We're at 72,730 right now. Okay, so we have 1,200 liters extra. All right, yeah, Not too shabby. I've not actually tried picking up manure through the middle of this alley yet. Let's see if the beef cattle have a spot here. I don't think they do. No, they don't. You actually have to back in there, which is not going to be something that this can do. We're still going to need to use the telehandler to get that out of there, but that's all right. Let's head out here and we'll cover this up. Now, we also have a double application rate that we can add here, but I'm not going to do that because we are spraying the fields for the final application. So let's head out. Let's check it. 24 meters, 1 headland, please. Thank you very much. And we'll get it unfolded. Activate. And go. All right. So it's probably going to utilize this faster than I would expect it to. But honestly, I think this is this the first time I've actually spread manure on a field? I think it is. Oh, and it is double application rating. Yes, it is. Oops. Well, I guess we're back to... I keep doing this the wrong way, man. I think brown on top of brown, though, is a little bit more difficult to see than I would like for it to be. I think I got a boom out here, and I can kind of see it's a little bit more lighter color, but still, it's not a whole lot of difference here. Anybody coming? Nah, we'll be all right. And there we go. Perfect. This is actually a really, really good way to do this. We've only been in game, what, 3 months? 4 months? August, September, October, November. So we're in our 4th month now. And we've already got enough manure to do this whole field and probably at least 2 or 3 more. And double application rate, all of it. That's not too bad, is it? And the thing is, as well, is for the money we would get for the manure and the money we would get for the slurry, it is not going to pay for liter per liter, or even field for field, how much we would spend on fertilizer. So maybe this is just the way we go. Maybe put down manure for the first pass, and then after everything's in, put down slurry. I think that sounds like a good idea. The last little bit right here. Alrighty, cool. Let's go ahead and fold it down. Good to go. So I think we had, what, 77,000, something like that. And we're down to 63. So we're definitely going to have plenty of manure to do the rest of these fields when the time comes. Now things get interesting because we need to go get our tipper because we've got to be ready in a moment's notice to sell anything that we have. So what we got is this. We have 20,000 liters of barley. We're looking for 1,700. We're not quite there yet with the pricing, but we'll get there. The idea as well is to sell as much at the farmer's market here at the, farm shop as we can. Canola, here we go. We're looking for 32.26. We're getting close-ish, so that's good. Rye as well. Let's see, farm shop. We're looking for 8.16. We're at 7.55. Not bad. And then there's a bunch of straw there, but you can ignore that. Don't worry about it at all. Milk as well. We're just kind of doing our thing. Can we sell that here at our farm shop? I don't think we can. No, unfortunately, no, we cannot. Would be nice if we could, but unfortunately not. So we got the bunting tipper. We'll head over here to the silo, and we'll just be ready to unload whenever we can. Otherwise, everything else is completely done for us. We will double check our animals real quick. So cattle, looking good. Milk, we don't have to worry about that. Straw, plenty of it. Manure, doesn't matter. Slurry, doesn't matter. Food does matter. They have plenty of it. And then these guys have some food as well. 19,000 per day. They're at 26. That works for me. And over here, 28,000 per day, but they're only at 25. So we will need more, at least probably tomorrow morning. Yeah, because it's noon now. I think they'll wait until 8 a.m. when it's feeding time. Or 8 p.m. I don't know, figure it out. I almost forgot about the 8 p.m. milk sale. It is about as dark as could be, so we're not going to be doing a whole lot of farming in the dark. Not today, anyway. But I do want to point out how a little bit of light shines off of these lights here. That sounded dumb. There is some reflections that are looking really good. That's what I meant. That is what I meant. Don't say light shines off the light. That basically falls into the must be the water. Goodness gracious. Let's fill up the milk. Only 8,000 liters, so I don't know. I mean, it's right over 50%, so we could still sell this, but I think maybe maybe, just maybe, it's not enough. I don't know. We'll see. Eventually, tell you what would be nice. Have our own dairy on the farm. Just right up here, right beside the farm shop. There's a spot for it, right there. It'd be the perfect spot for a dairy. Just saying. Another decent sell off the milk. Pretty good. There we go. 15 grand. Not too bad. It is nice to have that every single day. All right, now for another sell. I think it's about the time that we get in here and we sell our canola. So 3267 is the magic number. We're at 3244 right now. You know what? I'm cool with that. That's pretty good for me. So canola, sell, load it up. Yeah. Nice. Let's get it turned on. Let's see. Where's our sell point over here? It's just right in front. Okay. Good to know whenever you've got a tractor like this where you can actually sell stuff. So that works for me. Let's hop in here. Looks like it's ready to go. Cut all the lights on so we can see what in the world we're up to. Yeah, I think the building right in front of us, let's see. That building could be sold. This one could be sold. Yeah, one of those right there, because I'm not going to use that shed for anything. So that would be the perfect place for a dairy. You just pull up right beside it, do your thing. Yeah, I think that's good. Then we could bring everything over here and sell it here. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm not getting a trigger here. Is there one around the back? There might be. I see a grating here. That's probably it. Yep, that was it. My bad, yo. My bad. All right, so we'll get this sold. So this goes to our farm shop, and we make cash. What are we getting off of it? What are we getting off of it? We are at 42,980 for that. Yeah, that'll work. Heck yeah. All right, so now that we've gotten that, we need to keep an eye on barley and rye. I think it's going to be another day or two. We're looking for 1707. We're a little below that at the farm shop right now for barley. For rye, again, 816. So we're well below that at this point. Let's go ahead to 8 a.m. All right, those prices have definitely come up. However, the farm shop is actually starting to go down with barley, and we're fairly close. So I think now's the time that we go ahead and load up the barley that we've got. That's not how that's supposed to look. Let's load up the barley that we've got and go ahead and sell that because we definitely need to. You see that? Is it just me? It almost looks like it's twinkling over here, but it's not. Cows, what are you doing? Stop making stuff twinkle. All right, here we go. Barley in, 20,000 liters of it. The good thing is we'll have a lot more of this, so we'll be good whenever it comes to the next harvest, which I'm really happy and excited about. All right, 28,000. Not bad. Barley's never really been the money maker, if that makes any sense. We'll go ahead and fill up with rye as well, and we'll go from there. So at least now we'll have that full and good to go. So, cattle, you guys need some food, I think, don't you? You're down to 10,000. Yeah, no, moo indeed, moo indeed. These guys down here, though, the dairy cows, these are the ones I'm a little bit worried about. Yeah, we're down to 2,000 liters of food. Yeah, we're definitely getting something to eat today. Do we have anything in here? Oh, we got a little bit. All right, that's good. We also need to do the all-important morning milk run. Yeah. I forgot to hit record, but we got 16,000 for that. So that's pretty good. And of course, I left this open as per usual. This thing closed. But we got 8,000 liters in here. It's not a lot, but it is enough to at least give them a little something to eat while we go make some more and while we let the sun come up. It's a little dark right now. And now we're back here. It's been a couple months, I think, but let's see what we can do. I can't remember. What do we do? 7 silage, I think, is that right? Let's see. Let's find ourselves some silage. That will work. Let's go 7. And if I remember correctly, I took 4 and then 3. And I think that worked okie dokiely. Yeah, that's a word. Yep, that seems to be doing just fine. And I can do side by side if I do it right. We just have to make sure we drop it at just the right spot and don't tip this thing over. About right here? Think about right there. Bring it down. Boop. Let go. Hey, perfect. For some reason, it thinks that's fermented alfalfa. Couldn't tell you why, but nonetheless, it's still registering as silage, so whatever. I still don't have quite as much straw as I would like. That's one of the big reasons why we've gone for some grain crop. So we'll plop some hay in here. I think we're at about 45% full on the mixer itself. This is another 32,000 liters. And then I think from there we should be able to fill, I mean, we could fill the rest of the way up with hay if we really wanted to. Or we could do silage. I don't know, we gotta figure that out. Would be nice to make some TMR bales and just give them bales. That would be great. Well, my math wasn't exactly right, but if we give them 2 straw bales, these straw bales are very large. We could drop those in, and we should have a full capacity for TMR, almost. 95.5. It's not too bad. So, food for the dairy cows and for the beef cows. Now, speaking of beef cows, how are we looking as far as money goes for these guys? Productivity is up 100%, reproduction's at 44, age is 22 months. I don't actually know when I could sell these guys because I haven't done a beef cattle before. Well, we do know their price is $31.66, so that's good. Now we got some straw for bedding, and we've got a bunch of straw in here, 52,000 liters. I must have filled this thing up and then just didn't even think about it. That is likely exactly what happened. But yeah, we're using the same feed mixer. If you missed that part, it's literally the same one, but I just have 2 of them. So I've got one for just doing food and one for just doing straw. I figured, you know, eventually one day maybe I'll need 2 of these, but I like being able to do it this way. This is nice. See? 2 of them. All right, there we go. Bedding is not something that we do every day. The last time I did it was in August, and it is currently December. So that should give you an idea of how long it's going to be before we have to do that again. While we're at it, let's go take a look at our greenhouse. I don't think there's really much that we need to do with that. Hopefully it doesn't need any water, but I have no idea if it does or not. Yeah, we're still good. 20,000 liters of water. We still haven't made an extra pallet yet. We're waiting. We're going to get a bunch of pallets in one day. Again, that thing works a little different than I'm used to. All right, so now it is mucking time. We are going to utilize our JCB up there, which is still connected to the manure spreader. We're going to go and get manure out of these cattle first, and that way we can get in there with a bucket, and then we will swing down, drop it in the manure spreader, and then we'll go ahead and get it out of the dairy cows. But we can use the bucket for that. Bucket, not bucket, the other thing. You know what I mean. Yeah, you know, I'm looking at this. I guess I could just open both ends of this and just drive through. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if I can do that. Make it easy on myself. Not have to do anything too wild and crazy. So we'll drop that there. Grab our JCB here, which turning radius is still, you know, difficult. But we'll see if we can get in there. I know getting out was an absolute chore and a half. So we'll try and swing this about as wide as we can. All right, we're in. And we're loading up the manure. Cool. We'll take this, open that, and drive forward a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, it's still loading up. I could close this. Cheese grater, and now we just wait for this to finish filling up. I know that getting in here with the animals is not good, but you know what? Whatever. So that pretty much in one day was what I put down on one field over there. So that'll show you. We're gonna have to start using manure quickly, or else we're gonna have too much of it. Good problem to have, I guess. We need to check on slurry as well. I think these cows are gonna be fine, but I think that the dairy or the beef cows are here. Well, no, they're okay, actually. There's only 36,000 liters in there. I thought there would be more. And then over here, 51,000. Yeah. For some reason, I thought there would be more. Kind of bored, so I'm going to take the rye over there and just kind of get it ready to go. And then from there, really, we're just going to monitor this, monitor the price. When the price gets good, we will dump it in, but we will pull forward. That way we don't have to worry about accidentally selling it. Oh, apparently we have a little bit more in there. 523 liters. Of course. All right, like I said, we're at the farm shop. We're looking for 816. That's our magic number. So for me, really it's just going to be fast forwarding a couple hours and seeing how close we get. I would say this is good. We're at 820 right now. 816 was our magic number. This is the time for selling. 4 p.m. Wow, the sun's going down. It's 4 p.m. I remember those times. It's been a while. Uh-oh. There we go. Trigger was off a little bit. Nah, it's all right. This, again, not going to give us a lot of money, so don't be expecting to get rich off of rye, which is why we planted the crops that we did. Still, nonetheless, okay, 20 grand. You know what? That's not bad, especially for a field that was already there. We just kind of bought it and went from it. So that's that. We got a little bit more in here. We're going to go ahead and sell that too, since we don't have any rye that we're going to be harvesting this year. Since there's nothing I can really use that for, let's just sell it and be done with it. And we will get a solid $343 from that. Tell you what, I may have just found a replacement for the JCB, although I know you guys are going to hate me if I get rid of that thing. So maybe we replace the John Deere with this, although this is a little bit big. This is the Axion 870-800. It is a pretty big tractor. I think it's a little bit bigger than the JCB, around the same size as the Fendt that we have. And power-wise, it would be just right under the Fendt if we bumped it up, but we don't have the money to do that. We still have 52 hours for that to go on sale, so we'll keep an eye on it, see what happens with it. I think in the meantime, we need to figure out some milk because we're getting close to our 8 p.m. sell time. What's up, Cal? How you doing, homie? Yeah. Good early morning from Witcombe Park Farm. We've got some work to do today, starting off with some milk sales. It is January, so there's really not much going on. We're not putting anything in the ground. We're not planting anything. The next thing, as we mentioned, that's going to be happening is going to be oats, but we got to wait for March for that to happen. Yeah. Did want to check some more used equipment. We are looking for a slurry spreader. Ooh, look at this. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is a John Deere replacement. Okay. 80 grand, 156 horsepower, so it's more power. We could throw the Warrior setup on it with the Java Green. Oh, man. I think this is the move. And it's got a CVT transmission. Dude, let's go deliver this milk and let's go pick up our new tractor. I'm so sorry to everybody who was happy about the 5M. It's great. It's just not the tractor for me. I'm so sorry. Ooh. Or do we go with this? Is a big one. It is a very, very, very big tractor. Never thought I'd see the day where a tractor bypasses a motorcyclist. So last I saw, milk was going up. Last night we got about 17,000. Uh-oh, wrong button. Last night we got about $17,000 for this. Let's see what we get now. Yeah, 17,580. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, let's get out of here and let's go buy this new tractor. I'm kind of excited about it. So we'll drive around back. Hopefully they give us a decent price for this tractor right here. We'll drop off the trailer because we are going to be keeping this trailer because it just works. It would be nice though if we had a little bit of a bigger trailer so that I wouldn't have to go every single day and sell this milk, but it works, I guess. It works for this tractor anyway. Now let me tell you what, this is the perfect trailer for running the liquids that we would want to run. But, as I mentioned, actually it's a little bit big for what we need. Maybe I'll just stop looking to buy something right now and we'll bring this in here and get rid of it. As a matter of fact, I don't think, $750, I think that's probably a little bit light for this new tractor. So we'll go ahead and sell that. There we go. I'm not going to repair this. Ooh, 55. Hang on a minute. 55's not bad because this tractor that is used, look what I got. It's so pretty. Yeah. Cost me 100 grand, but we ended up upgrading the engine all the way to the top. And I've got a 1,000 kg weight for the front of it now. Oh, man. Dude, yeah. So this is one heck of an upgrade from the John Deere we had. The turning radius is not as good, I will admit. It's not terrible, but it's not as good, so it's worth mentioning. But as long as we can get in and out of here without any problems, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we're gonna be just fine. Oh yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to do. There's a couple things down here that I want to buy. There's a couple items that are for sale. And it would be nice to get those and sell them. There's some secondhand stuff I guess somebody didn't want. We got a couple bags of oats. I think there's a bag of something else. I can't remember what it is. And then we also have a silage bale that somebody has. So those are all used items. So we're going to buy them and get a little bit of extra cash for them. Oh, I just realized this thing goes faster as well. The John Deere went 26 miles an hour, I believe. And this one's normal 32. So yeah, I'm kind of excited. This is a pretty sweet tractor. Every time I go over to the UK, there are Deutz-Fahr all over the place, at least at the tractor shows. So, I mean, if they're at the tractor shows, there's got to be somebody buying them, right? DjGoHam just bought one. That's right. Oh yeah, and since we're another day in game, probably wouldn't hurt to go ahead and fill the manure up while we're at it. So here's the items that we've got. We have silage right here. 5,000 liters of it. Let's see. Normally it looks like they cost 2,500. This one's going to cost us 392. So yeah, we'll buy one of those. Looks like we got sugar cane right here as well. Those normally cost 380, and it's on sale for 189 for 2,000 liters. But that's only going to work well if we can sell it. So now we got to find sugar cane, and it's selling for 500 something right now. Okay, yeah. That's a good deal. So we buy the sugar cane. There we go. Off of the used market. And then oats. These normally cost 1,400. Getting this one for 780. There's that one. And I think there's another one. Yeah. This one is 523. So you think that's all of the goods in here that were used market sales? So that's pretty cool. After one pickup for manure, we are at 102,000 liters. This holds 200,000 liters, so we're already more than halfway full. That's a good thing whenever it's going to come to doing everything. But again, we're just in January now, so we still have a lot of time left. I've also opened up these gates already. Doesn't look like the cows have cared too much about getting out, so that helps me a lot. And we'll pull in here and refill our manure. Hadn't been in the truck in a while, so we'll take this guy and we'll head down to the store and pick those items up. And honestly, we will probably sell them the first chance we get. There's no point hanging on to them. They are just for a quick buck, and that's it. Ooh, busy traffic this early in the morning, man. About got in a wreck back there. Yet again, I have turned into the wrong place. One turn too early. That's going to happen a lot more over the course of this series. All right, everybody's loaded up. Let's go. Everything that we can will be sold over at the farm shop. So hopefully we'll get as much there as we possibly can. Let's spin this round. Whee! All right. It's a little heavy right now. It's got a lot back there. Maybe I won't do serpentine right now. We'll probably flip and go in the water. Tell you what, it is nice to have maps where the store is so close. And you can just go as fast as you want. Of course, a vehicle like this does not hurt. It is really nice to have stuff like this. Whee! Nice little shortcut. That's fun. All right. So I'm not sure what can go in the front and what needs to go around towards the back. So we'll come here first. I assume the bill will sell? Yeah. All right. Well, that worked. And then maybe everything else. Haven't looked at sugarcane yet. That's definitely going to be one where I'm just not sure what's going to happen with the sugarcane. Yeah, sugarcane's not selling either. Oh well, the oats are selling? Well, one of them did anyway. There we go, now the other one sells. Cool beans, cool beans. I don't think... Nope. We can sell this here. Oh, we'll have to pick up the pallet. Does this sell back here? I can't imagine that it does. Maybe it's around towards the front, or maybe pallet form is not the way this is to be sold. I think that's the answer there. You can't sell it in pallet form. Oh, well, there is one place where I'm pretty sure that we can sell this in pallet form. Yeah, right there. All right, that's what I wanted. So I'm now going a whole day in game. We're in February now. I'm just trying to push time forward a little bit so that we can actually get to where we're going. I don't know if we're going to be able to fill this up or not. 8,000 seems to be what it does every 24 hours. And this holds like 14 something. So... oh, milk is only 2,000 liters. Oh, that's right, because we're in wintertime. So yeah, Well, that's not going to work, is it? Let's see. Are they still doing manure? They are. Not as much, but they're still producing some. Oh, no wonder they stopped producing. They ate all their food. Oops. Oh. Turns out you gotta feed them, huh? Yeah. I'm guessing they probably went like half a day or most of the day yesterday without food. That is just not good at all, actually. It's very, very not good. So milk production would have been down, slurry production down, manure production down, every production, everything these animals could do, down. Oof. Tell you what, we're gonna have to start pushing forward with TMR a little bit, especially if they are going to be producing this much and doing this much. I think we're going to need to put down some type of TMR production. So I'm still playing on the version 1.2. So I got to figure out exactly what we're going to be doing here. But this is the production that I really like to use for TMR, especially on a map like this. I think that it fits really well and it just looks like it belongs, you know? So kind of thinking something like this, maybe put it like here or back it up just a little bit. The block is still there, and we could actually just drive over it. I think maybe, just maybe, that's the move. Just put it like right there. I think that's pretty good. We could delete this. Yep, there we go. And then I will say this too. Whenever time comes, we'll need to do this again. Tried to do simple productions, but it's getting to the point where we're not able to really do that anymore. So we just need to get this just to the point where it's just going underground, just like that. And we can still see the box. See it? And click. Whew, that was, oh boy, it's a little too far to the right. Of course it is. Well, let's see what our tractor has got. Let's go and drop this off. Let's see what we get. So this is going to hook up to our bale trailer, and we're going to bring all of our bales up and drop them off, or at least as many as we can. The good thing about this production is it will take either loose items or bales, so we can still make bales, and then we just deliver what we've got here, and then we deliver whatever's left there as well. So we'll jump in and take a look at it so you can see this production. It's a very nice one. I like it. So we have 80,000 for hay, 160 for silage, 40 for straw. So it is a 2-to-1 mixture when it comes to hay versus silage, but it's actually more of like a 4-to-1 if you think about it like that. So I think we could probably fit everything that we've got in there, but we'll just have to wait and find out. Also, that fence is going to have to move because that feeder's in my way. So I can hold 24 bales at a time. So let's get out 24 hay bales. And we're just going to come at it at an angle here. Hopefully this will pick up all of them at the same time. Perfection. Had to get out of there somehow and can't drive in my own field. So we got to go around the long way and make a big circle. This will be the only thing. Backing up and having to go in and out of it. That's going to be the only issue. Oh boy, it's full already. Cool. How much does it cost to upgrade? Ooh, level 2 for 55 grand. I think that is a hot purchase. There we go. Okay. We still have a bunch of bales that won't fit, but hey, at least we're updated. So now we'll just come in and drop those off and do it again. Except this time I'm going to pull out and back in. It wouldn't hold all the hay, but I bet we could probably hold most of the silage. Silage bales going in. I think we got a little too far forward with it. There we go. How much silage did we get in there? Oh, not even half as much. All right. Well, that's a good idea. It's a sign? Good sign. It's a good sign. Here we go. A double run. We only had 16 silage left, so that's good, I guess. And then we've got a bunch of straw here as well. Boop-a-doop, boop-boop. I love saying that for bales. Boop-a-doop, boop. It's my thing. Leave me alone. And hopefully it'll take all of these. Yes, it will. Okay, so that's everything that we could put in there. We don't have any more straw. We don't have any more silage. We have plenty more hay. I think we actually made too much hay, but well, what are you going to do about it, I guess, right? All right, so we have updated this. It is set to storing, which is good. It's exactly what we want. The greenhouse over here, I have no idea if that's actually made any pallets or not. I guess we should probably look at that. I'm assuming there's at least one pallet of everything over here. There's most certainly one pallet of everything. Well, that's going to be fun to sell, so we'll do that. So the good thing for us, at least today, February in-game, there's really not a whole lot to do. We just need to make sure that we're feeding and doing straw and all that good stuff for the animals to keep them up to date. So let's just do a quick double check, make sure we're all good, see how straw is. Straw seems to be okay. That seems to be pretty high unused thing. I don't know. Anyway, slurry, we still got to figure out when to get all that out, but we'll figure that out in time due. The good thing is they've got feed, so we're not worried about them not having anything to eat, but we will have to take this. I think this is the right one. Is this the one with straw in it? That is the one with straw in it. All right. We're going to take this one with our Deutz-Fahr. Lovely tractor, even though this is our small tractor now, which is also weird, but we'll move on from that statement. We need to be ready for TMR. And this is going to make TMR fairly quickly, but we need to be ready for it. How much have we made so far? Well, I guess that makes sense to not have made any. Let's make sure that it's turned on as well. Let's see. Activate. There we go. Okay. Now we're making TMR. It's going to make it quickly. I think we could probably get through the majority of this day in game without needing anything. So we'll kind of fingers crossed there. Also going to double check to see if we got anything that we could buy. Anything people are selling that's silly. Looks like we got a few things in here, as a matter of fact. A couple things that we could buy, make a few bucks. So we got a silage bale in here. We will definitely take that. That's awesome. Let's see, what else? There was something else in here that was close to. Hay bale. Hey. There you go. We'll definitely get one of those. I don't know why those go up for sale, but I'm happy that they do. And then we got seeds here. It is very rare to see seeds on sale. So we're definitely going to want to buy that too. Is there anything else that's for sale? Yeah, I don't think so. I think we've probably taken everything, at least all the good stuff out of there. The wonderful thing, we can actually use all of that stuff that we just bought. We could use every bit of it. Oh yeah, didn't I just say I was going to sell the vegetables? And then I didn't sell the vegetables? Why don't we, one by one, why don't we take these pallets over and sell them? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that y'all had to deal with that. All right. 1,500, not bad. Oh, we already got something in its place. Is this Napa cabbage? This is Napa cabbage. Oh man. Let's see how we could do here. So instead of getting 1 or 2 pallets of the same thing every day, now we have to wait 2 or 3 days to get a pallet. So I think we're making a similar amount of money. Maybe, but yeah, I don't know. I would rather just have a couple pallets of one thing instead of a bunch. All in like a couple days. Yeah, that's definitely going to be the way to go. But hey, at least we could sell a variety of things. So maybe that's the benefit here. And of course, who would we be if we were not selling the tomatoes last? I mean, come on. Alrighty, so we've gotten everything done that we need to do. We'll yeet that into that. There we go, 1,600 bucks. Sweet. So now that's just compiling up more and more and more. Let's take a look and see what we've got. It does look like everything's pretty low, so that's fine, I guess. I really wish that this moved faster, but there's not a whole lot I can do about that. To the Batmobile, if he lived in England. Yeah. Another slow motorcycle, man. Tell you what, motorcycles don't drive like that where I'm from, but I guess they do over here. All right, so silage, hay, and seeds. I wasn't quite sure how to stack these 3 things. I think I've done them the appropriate way. At least it feels like I have. So here's the thing. I am not going to be wasting what we have here. 8,000 liters of hay, 5,000 liters of silage. That sounds like TMR to me, man. I think that we can get both of those in here and make them TMR. All right. Fingers crossed. Uh-oh. It's forage. Of course it is. Apparently, the silo took the silage. But this took all the hay. crap. All right, let's try this again. Let's see. As a matter of fact, why don't we just put this here? There we go. And we'll know whenever we need to put hay in there that we can. And as far as seed is concerned, we could just put the seed over here. Yeet, just like this. Bam. And now we're good. Not sure backing all the way there is a good idea, but I enjoy backing up. Instead of best backwards driver at Farm Sim, I should just say the backwards farmer. There you go. Yay. Hey, the good news is we've already made 1,200 liters of TMR. Something tells me we're going to have too much. But that is a very good problem to have. I have been on the other end of that, and I have not enjoyed it at all. So we got something to help us move a couple bales around if we need to. Also, this is what is going to attach to our milk tanker over here. Uh-oh. Easy does it now, easy does it. And we are just gonna, I guess, sit back and wait until 8 p.m. when it's time to get the milk out. I think this is definitely the way to go. Even though we should probably put some lights around here. It's, you know, I thought I put some down, but the ones I put down suck. Why don't we take this time, because we are doing quite a bit of work at night, to put down some lights that, you know, I don't have to worry about so much. Actually, let's turn these lights off. Let's turn that off altogether. And let's maybe find ourselves some good lights. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. That's some light right there. This is also some light, and I think maybe a little bit better for this scenario, because I need a little bit of light here and there, but this also gives me a little bit of light everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. Get it? I thought it was funny. Also, I think I'm going to use some of these. So these are cool because they change colors, which I always thought was really neat, but they only show up at night. They come on automatically. You can't change them manual. But the good thing is you could change them to white. So we could actually light up the majority of an area, like this whole area right here. We could light this up just from this little bit of light right here. And you get a little boop. And there you go. Lights up that whole thing. And then we could just put a couple beside here and it'd light up the side of this whole building. We don't need it to, but it would. I think what I might do is light up the house here. Should we give it a different color? Maybe something like creepy, like a blue. Blue's cool. I don't know. White and yellow are fine. Red is destructive, is what red is. I think blue's cool. Let's put a blue light down here. Let's see. Oh yeah, and the mod is called Spotlight, by the way. So there you go. You got the mod name. I just don't have the mod that allows me to zoom in a whole lot. So kind of what you see is going to be what we get here. Right there. There we go. And then over here, actually, purple and blue mix really well together. Was purple in there? No, pink was though. I mean, that doesn't look awful. These are two colors that I used to mix a lot whenever I was a DJ. Still didn't have enough light in here. Oh well. But yeah, there you go. Plus, I can back this in way easier now. Look at this. Yeet! Sorry, cow. You just turned into mush. 5,000 liters. It's not a lot, but it's okay, I suppose. And then we'll come over here. What do we got? 180,000 liters of TMR. You know what? I think I will fill up my container. Thank you very much. As long as we keep this thing full, we never have to, quote unquote, make TMR again. But I will utilize that for mixing it. Is it just me, or does it seem like there's better lighting in here now? I didn't do it. I didn't put any extra lights in here. It just seems like it. Although it is very obvious that this area is more lit, or more well lit now than it was. Of course, I don't know, it's a clear night as well. Maybe that has something to do with it. And these cows, for some reason, I thought that these had red light on them, but they don't. They don't have red light. Where's my trigger? Where's my trigger? Ugh. The pink and the blue on a house certainly stand out, don't they? May have overdone it a bit with that. I'll be very honest with you. I think I overdid that one just slightly. Maybe if we come around here. I think this was the problem. Yeah, that was the problem. All right. Well, we know that the animals are fed, and feeding them is a whole lot easier now. So we should have enough food for about a year or so already. Alrighty, we are finally back up to normal with our milk, so that is great news. We can turn our light off here. Speaking of light, look how itty bitty it is down here. Look how teeny tiny. Terra LED, yeah. All right, we need to take this. We need to get this sold. We'll get a little bit of cash from it. As always, we need to check the used categories here to see if there's anything I want to pick up while I'm in town. Well, we got good news. We made over $30,000 just from what we had. Ooh, 876. That is not enough to do anything with. So we will close this up and let that be. The animals have been fed, so they are nice and happy. At least I think they are. I did just feed them, didn't I? Oh. Last night I fed them. Huh. Thought it was sooner than that. Well, now I can't say they're not fed because all of them have food now. Cool beans. Alrighty. So that's all we need to do there. It is March, which means we can also start putting stuff in the ground. So finally, I feel like I've been sitting here waiting on this specific moment forever. Because I feel like I have anyway. Let's go ahead and grab it. Here we go. We got it. Yeah. We could probably use a little bit more seed. So we'll go over there, see what we've got. Oh, yeah. Hang on a minute. Does anything show up in here? No, it must already be sold. I'm pretty sure we got more. We got something. Yeah. This thing. I don't know what happened overnight, but we ended up getting like something popped up. And we has this now. Yeah, $1,400. Nice. Very nice. Water. Plenty of water. Yeah, it's just going to take a while. That's all. All right. Now we need to make sure we turn our seed fertilizer is off. So we've got that. Perfect. See if we can wrangle some seed out of here. There we go. Got her all filled up ready. The wheat is looking very good. That makes me happy. We should get plenty of straw off of that field. As a matter of fact, while we're here, why don't we throw on the brakes? And let's check it. Bottom right hand, growing, 95% yield bonus. Not terrible. I didn't mulch or roll, so yeah, that makes sense. But 100% fertilized, so that is good news. So we'll head through here. There we go. Got some more hay bales over there if anybody needs one. This is going to be our oat field right here. Should have the same stuff here for the barley. Let's check it and see. 95%. 100% fertilized. Everything looks perfect. Everything is perfect. Yeah. And then we just need quick check. Oats. Green. We're good to go, baby. Why did I turn the tractor off? Usually 3 headlands up at the top and then everything else kind of back and forth seems good, but we'll take a look here and see exactly what this wants us to do. This says 2 headlands is good, so I'm going to respect its wishes for 2 headlands. And we'll rock through here. Man, look at all that dust. Looking good. Spring has sprung on Witcombe Park Farm, and today we're going to get a little bit of grass work, and hopefully our allergies don't get to us. One of the things we're going to be doing is upgrading our mowing setup, because I've been using the same mowers for a little while. I've enjoyed them, and as a matter of fact, might even keep the front mower, or we'll upgrade it to something a little bit bigger. Ah, perfect, where I've been dropping all the weights. I'm gonna forget that's there. Unfortunately, still no slurry spreaders in the used equipment, but we're gonna pop over to the mower setup because this is where we're going to be getting new mowers. But I have to double check one thing first. You see, I've been using the Podger Cat Pack, and it looks like we've got the 2.7 right now, but we need the 310. That's the one we need. We also, I believe, have this one right here. Yep. There it is. We got the 730. We want the 900s. Now, I've actually already bought the mowers, so we've got our money from that, but we need to sell these right here. Now, could we, in theory, utilize 2 sets of mowers? Yes, we could. I don't think that's a good use of my time, and I don't think that's a good use of your time either, at least watching me. You see, if I did that, well, then we just have 2 mowers and the fields will be done in about 5 minutes. But at least this way we can actually do some jobs on the fields and get them done. Yeah. All right, so let's get over, let's see. I forgot that I've put grass down, but we're gonna go around it anyway. I'm still playing on the original 1.2 on this map, so heads up there, but I do have a new grass destruction mod turned on. So it's going to destroy some of this field grass for us. which should look like we've driven up and down through here. And we have, definitely. So this, and I believe the next episode will be the last ones, at least on version 1.2, as 1.3 is already out when I'm recording this. And we want to move over to that, but I'm going to need a new game save, and rather than try and save this and that, I'm going to save my vehicles XML, but that's probably going to be about it. We'll buy the same amount of animals, and maybe try and get the same amount of food that we've got, but not likely. It's going to be a little bit different, I think. Could that change? Of course it could. Anything can happen, but again, right now, that's the plan. This was more the pre-release setup. Why am I stopping here? This is more the pre-release setup, where, you know, once the map is out and everything, that's really going to be where the series goes. For now, I just wanted to have a little bit of fun. I enjoy UK-style farming, and I've been having a blast with this one. So, we'll drop that there. Come in here. Oh, that's not going to reach. Oh, it does reach. But the markers are there. Yet it goes all the way out here. Well, now I got to know. Aha! See the yellow box? That is what we're looking for. Cool. I like that. All right, let's get rid of these mowers. Boom. Yep, that's the one. Let's see, 2,000. Then we got 21,000 for that one. So, I mean, not. It could have been cheaper. We'll see. Anyway, this should allow us to get through the fields a little bit quicker. Now, instead of that little 5M, we've got a big Deutzfahr. So I'm assuming that this will be more than enough for this setup on those fields. We should be able to mow pretty quick. We've also still got our original windrow, but I don't know. I got to figure out what to do with that one. There isn't one option, and it's one of my favorites, to be fair. It's the K-brand version, and it's a merger. It kind of pushes everything together. Really enjoy using that one. I might see if we've got the ability. Oh, look at that. We actually had to stop for the yikes. Actually had to stop for the train. Too bad I'm not stopping. Ugh. Maybe I am. Uh-oh. I should have been a little bit more careful with that. Yeah, we definitely need to make a little road right here in the future. All right, so let's get this thing planned out. What are we going to do with it? So AI worker, it's wanting to do one headland. No, we're doing two, and we want to also start with said headland. There we go. Start that up. That should go for us. Check this out. We got a motorcycle that wants to go that way, but we've... How is the boat the fastest thing going right now? Oh, man. I'm going to have to turn off traffic. There we go. Just turn it off, turn it back on again. No traffic will spawn, or at least it shouldn't spawn near you. I've never seen traffic spawn near you before. It just kind of goes back to wherever it came from. And then we'll come over here and pick up something new. So we're going to swap out this, and we're going to get the merger that I want. I don't remember seeing a used one. We'll take another double check, but I don't think we're going to be able to find that. There we go, 19,900. Still pretty good, especially after about a year in game. Not bad at all. So let's go in here. We'll do a quick once over, but I don't remember seeing it in here. Here it is. So $72,000. I wouldn't be able to afford this if the milk wasn't doing so well right now. Milk is wow, that was awful. I did not line that up whatsoever. Milk is paying out great right now. I mean, maybe 30 grand in one day, something like that. It's pretty good. So that's allowed us to buy this right now. We're gonna take this back. What we'll end up doing is making a pass around the outside one way and then the other. So we only have to run one headland, and then kind of everything else will be in rows like normal, but the outside, only have to pick it up once. I almost ran in my field the last time, so this time we're actually gonna have to go up the little trail here. Yeah, that's all right then, that's all right. What we'll do is we'll come up here and we'll crank her right after this one. Here we go, right there, and an immediate left. What happens is the farmland, tell you what, it's really difficult to get through the farmyard itself. Although I do feel like I kind of went the long way around, didn't I? Yeah, maybe it did. Oh well. Let's get in here, we'll unfold it, and we'll start running around the headland, just kind of kicking all this grass in. There is a little bit around the outside, so we'll just kind of push it in towards the middle first, and then we'll start working on our passes. Just like so. Pretty much just putting a little bit of grass into the field. That way we don't have to worry about it later on. You might be able to see some of it is overhanging outside the used area, so that's why we do this. And there we go. Exactly the way that I wanted it. Now we can kick our way in. I've already got the worker set, And he's going to do it just like this. Just push it right towards the middle, right that blue line right there. We got a nice offset. So we'll be able to do one full pass all the way around like this. And then you know what? We could probably go up and down ourselves like this as well. I just won't be able to use a worker to get the lines going back and forth. Although, to be fair, everything's going to fill up so fast, I'm not sure I'll have time to even enjoy it. Oops, missed a little bit right there at the corner. Well, that's all right. We won't really worry about him too much. There you go, just like that. Although this guy is not going to give me space. And if I keep going, he's coming with me. Yep, dummy number one. Good job, bud. Couldn't see in front of you, could you? And you've missed some grass. Awesome. Can't wait to do that part myself. Actually, you know what? Can't even let him get away with it. We got to do this. Come on. Put it down. There you go. All right. We got to hit this grass that you decided to run straight into me. Oy. It's like the workers don't even open their eyes. Now let's see if he picks up back where he was. Hopefully he does. Ooh, there's a big pile of grass right there. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh boy. I may have overdone it just a little bit. Just a little itty bitty bit right there. Yikes. The baler's gonna have a good time with that one, ain't he? Oh yeah, didn't even mention. So we're doing all silage this run. I have plenty of hay, but I'm kind of running out of silage a little bit. The mixer that we've got, I was kind of doing a medium mix of everything. However, where is it? Here it is. Mixer. This one uses twice as much hay or silage as it does hay. So there's that. And I don't have any more silage. I do still have plenty of hay though, which is good. So there we go. One done. And one of the cool things is, at least the version I'm playing on, this fence doesn't have a collision. So you could just go straight through it. Found that out on accident whenever I was playing a little while back. And it works great. Oh, I think it's so much fun. All right, so we'll see. Let's spin around. Oh, I have no grip on the front tires. There we go. All righty. And, well, we're just going to hire them up, and hopefully they do the exact same thing here as well. Yay! All right, we got a little bit more room left. The JCB is doing fine. The turning radius is absolutely atrocious, so we're going to swap this thing out. I don't want to go with an all-wheel steer JCB. 4220, something like that would be awesome, yeah, but I don't think that's the correct tractor for this, so we're just going to jump in the 7,000 or 700 right here, not 7,000. I think this will be fine. It's too big of a tractor for the job that we need. However, it's going to be perfect because my steering radius is fantastic on this thing. Yeah. However, yes, we could easily get away with something a lot smaller and be totally fine. So there we go. No, don't. Have you guys noticed recently you're staring straight at it, or maybe you've got your wheel turned and it just leaves it? Ugh. Some of the things in this game irritate me. Not even pressing the gas. It's just pushing me down the hill, man. All right, there we go. So that is step number one. And now we need to come over here and we need to do this field as well. However, I mean, it's pretty obvious it ain't ready yet. So that means we can probably go ahead and put the JCB on the baler. I think that's a good idea. And we'll just leave this right here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to set this at 16.4. And at least for the headland, it will work. But I don't know if it will work for anything else. See, around the middle, usually anyway, sometimes it's a line off, and that's just something that happens. However, this one seems to be okay. I think we've lined this one up the right way, even though I didn't try. I do need to make sure that we're on 240 centimeters square bales. Yes, we are. Let's keep moving. There we go. And set it. Perfect. So this is going to take a little time to get up the hill. JCB's cool, man. Doesn't have the torque. It's got the power, just not the torque. Which leads me to my next question. I'm not sure having JCB as one of our field tractors is the smartest decision if we're going to keep these fields that are very hilly. For example, I plan on buying this field to the left of it. It's a great field. It's right beside the main farm. It's nice and big, but we need a combine harvester that can get up that hill without huffing and puffing. And I don't think our cloths can. And not only that, I mean, my JCB's having trouble with this field right here already. I can only imagine how much trouble it would have with any of the other fields. the other tractors are also having issues. Yes, but not as bad as this one. So, yeah, I want to keep my top speed going, you know what I mean? Good news on the mowers, looks like they are finishing up the pass number 2 on the headland, and then they'll be able to go back and forth, hopefully, and get that done. Doesn't seem like the 9-meter rear mowers have really done much of a difference. I don't know, we'll find out, I guess. Cool. I don't know how many grass bales we got. I think I made too many. I'll be honest with you. I think I made too many. I probably made way too many. Can we make too many? I don't know. Hey, there goes the train. It's very rare to see the train on this map. Not as rare as some other maps, but it's definitely up there. Let's get this thing brought around here. I don't want to go in there. Turn around, turn around, turn around. All right, now that we got that. Is it still on? What? Stop getting in the wrong tractor. There we go. Nice, peaceful, quiet. Let's go. Let's do the exact same thing here as well. I think the mower's already doing their up and downs. Yes, they are. Very cool, very cool, very cool. I got to figure out how we're going to do this one. Let's see. So let's come through here. Very nice. And then I think maybe loop this one a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's the way to do it. And then we'll back it up and kick it all off to one side, just like this. Watch this. Boop. Yeah. Perfection. Just like you. You're awesome. Wasn't a segue or anything. I just wanted to tell you. Well, it takes a little while, but we're moving. We're doing good. Let's see. How much further can we get along with this one now? So this is the same issue that I ran into with the last field. Let's see if it works for us. We have to come here, set that up, and then kick everything off to the right. But I'm pretty sure I've tried this before and it didn't work very well at all. Oh well, we'll figure it out. We got to keep going. It does push us off a little bit, and I think about right there is good. And back to the top we go to push everything back to the right-hand side a little bit again. Alrighty. I wonder if we can catch up to the mower or not. We'll find out. I think the mower's going about 2 miles an hour faster than we are. Yeah, I don't think we're going to catch him. Well, good news and bad news. Mowing's done. Bad news, I didn't catch up to him. I got close, but I didn't catch up. And now we're done with the windrowing. So I brought the doits far back over after dropping off the mowers because we are going to swap these for the JCB. Why did I bring the doits far back over? I have 3 tractors and 2 tools. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Anyway, we're going to give the JCB this, and we're going to take the baler from the JCB. Like that, and swap it like this, and like this. So again, with this field, we can run this, but as you can see, the lines are off for some reason. I'll never know why. They don't even line up if I did every other row. They're like a quarter of the way in. Oh well, we don't have to worry about it at least. I have not been keeping up with the bell counter, I'll be honest with you. I could reset it real quick, but I don't think that's going to do us any good whatsoever because I have no idea how many bells are over there. Well, there we go. We got a little bit left in here. What did we get? We got 49. I think that'll be 50. Is it? 49. Nope. Bales off of this one. We got about 138 liters in there. We'll save that for the next time around. Now we only have 2 things left to do. Number 1, pick up the bells, and number 2, pick up, wrap the bells. And I told them to you out of order, is what I did. 1 more bell, there it is. All right, I think I've got them all. Always a good idea to go through and try and check. If you see any bells that are not shiny, well, you know you missed one. I know I hit all the ones at the top of the field because I did those first. And I know I did all the ones in the middle. So it's really just the ones around the outside that you never quite know. Did you get them all? Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you miss one? Nah, we got them all this time. Rapid's all done. Now all we got to do is pick them up. And some of the silage bales will be delivered to the silo. And some of them will be put away. And I think we may get rid of this JCB sooner rather than later. I'm just not... I don't know. Do we need 3 tractors? I can only have 1 worker at a time going. Where's the vent? Did I lose it? Where did it go? It's got the trailer attached to it. Oh, it's where the trailer was. I put it over here. I lost it. Someone say I lost it years ago. They'd be right. All right, let's auto load these bad boys up and get out of here. Well, naturally, tried to get the the bells in there, and I found that, well, my feed mixer's in the way. I was not ready for that, but the good thing is I could put it where I want it to go. Look at it, it's attached to the weight and everything. It's basically like backing up a combine harvester. You just turn the opposite direction that you want it to go, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're good to go. There we go. Oh! Turns out braking and it's just confusing me. I just need to look away from it, pretend I'm looking away from it, look away from it, and you're good to go. Now we will bring this forwards, and we should take, I think it's gonna take every single bell. Yeah, man. All right, there you go. Cool beans. Now we just need to do that 2 or 3 more times and we'll have everything up. There we go. That's the first set. I forgot to look to see if it wanted to take any more of these. Silage. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to fill up this whole trailer again. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Now it's almost full, so we do need to get some hay into it. But for now, TMR production is back up and running. So let's go ahead and pick up the rest of these bales, and I think that'll do it. Welcome to Witcombe Park Farm. Today we are going to be collecting some of this manure from the cattle, and we are going to be spreading it on our grass fields because I don't have a slurry spreader yet, unfortunately. And I keep snooping in here just to see if I can find something in the used category, but so far, nothing. And also, unfortunately, I keep spending all my money on other stuff that I find in here, so it does me no good. I definitely recommend making sure that you unload your manure regularly. That took about 2 minutes just to get all the manure out of there, and that's only one of the cow sheds. Oh yeah, we got about as much in here as we did in the other one. Oh boy, it's gonna take forever. Had to go in and make sure I activated normal application rate, as that is something that I keep forgetting to do for some reason. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff I keep forgetting to do with this thing. There we go, all right. Moving and grooving. On Grassfield, it is definitely difficult to see, but I have a new trick up my sleeve, and it has to do with the map at the bottom. You see, a mod has come out recently for PC called Minimap Plus, and I have been using this thing about nonstop since it came out. It's been great. And look at that. At the very bottom, now I get to see how much I have actually done. Have I fertilized, part of the field that I need to do? Have I harvested this and that or whatever? Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to see because it's a little small. Yeah, forgot to tell you. There's a way to get around that as well. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I don't know what I hit. Go away. I can zoom in, baby. Yeah. So if I can zoom in about like that, perfect. I get to see everything. You get a little mini map so you know where I am on the map. Everybody wins. It's actually a feature that's part of precision farming. However, for some reason, it's not in the base game. And this is a really cool thing. I love that. So, big shouty outy to 50 KEDA. I don't know how to say the modder's name, but there you go. It's on Mod Hub for PC and Mac players. So let's knock this out. One filled down, 1 to go. Perfect. We got them all knocked out, ready to go. So now all we have to do is wait for harvest. And well, the only thing left to do between then and now is make sure that the animals are fed and make sure that we collect the poo. We also need to make a quick delivery because we are almost running out of water over at our greenhouse. We need to take them some water so they are good. We also need to double check. I think we might have some pallets. Yes, we do. While that's unloading, we can go ahead and start working on selling these. We'll just pick them up and we'll carry them over. I have not come up with anything at all in order to transport these, so it's just a Pick it up and bring it over here. Oh, $1,400 and $1,300 for the strawberries. The lettuce brings us a crisp $3,000 and tomatoes a very normal $1,500. So now we've got all the animals fed, ready to go. It is currently April and we're gonna have to wait a little bit, but not like crazy long in order to do some harvest. So our barley's gonna be ready probably in June, I'm assuming. Our wheat, where are we at with that one? That's going to be a July setup. And then as far as oats go, July as well, very likely. And fortunately for us, those are the only obligations that we have. We just need to make sure the animals are good and harvest our crops when they are ready to go. We're still doing the 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. setup for getting the milk, just because, well, it seems like there's a lot of it. And we'll take that and get it sold. We'll also pop in and double check the used vehicles. I'm really waiting on a slurry spreader, man. Well, welcome to July. Yes, we have had to go all the way to July so that everything's ready to go. But good news, our wheat, our barley, the oats, and both grass fields, complete with tracks for the last time we harvested, are ready for harvest. Everything. It is going to be a very big harvest day, and I'm very excited about that as well. Taking a quick look just to update you. We are still rocking a good amount of slurry. As a matter of fact, slurry's almost full on these cows right here, so maybe before we take off, we will try and sell that. I do have a trailer that'll hold it, but not that much. We're gonna have to figure out how in the world to get all of that. Nonetheless, I think everybody's good to go there. In productions, of course, TMR, we're out of straw, but the good thing is we'll get plenty of straw today. And it looks like our production here for the greenhouse has probably already created some more pallets, which we're not going to worry about right now, but we'll worry about those a little bit later. Oh, there's only one. All right, well, we'll worry about this one now. We'll take care of this, and we'll go, yeet. Nice. All right, $1,200. Not too shabby. I will be honest, I haven't seen a whole lot of stuff pop up in here, but there, I believe, are the onions that we just sold. So there you go. Now, I have been keeping a look at the used equipment, and there's been some pretty cool stuff that have popped up in here, but nothing really that I would buy. I mean, there's an Arian 660 right here, which, you know, not a bad tractor, but I need something to replace the JCB that we've got. But since we're going to have to restart and reset everything anyway, I think we'll probably just hang on to it. Let's see how efficiently we can get all of this done. I think first we set the worker on the mower, just like so, and then we... Goodness, I had to tab to everything, didn't I? Then we get to work over here. We want to make sure that the straw swath is enabled. Looks like it's still enabled from the last time we did a harvest. Very good. And we'll get hooked up and get moving. Now, the wonderful thing about this is all of these are grain crops. So we can take those, we sell them at the end if we want to, but we will be getting straw. So it means we'll be getting some nice straw bales. And I could definitely use some straw bales right now. What we need to do here, we need to set this up the way the AI worker would. They want to do one headland. I think that's a little bit tight, so we're going to be rocking 2 headlands. Here we go. Hire it up and get into the field. There we go. And now we got to do is do this 2 passes. Of course, we get some random straws just dropping out the back of it. I tell you what, that has been a thing for every farming simulator game that I can remember. Just random straw, just dropping out the back sometimes. It gets everywhere. I think we're gonna have to unload this thing sooner rather than later. 62% already from 1 pass all the way around. That is pretty good. I mean, I like this combine, don't get me wrong. He's a little small, at least for me, but you know what? It works. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Don't run over the crops. Bunning trailer to the rescue, yeah. We should have 0 trouble getting this entire field done in this single trailer. We'll see. Actually, you know what? It should tell us right in the field. 21,000. Yeah, we can fit that in this trailer. Glad we unloaded. We got 56% full that time around. Tell you what, I can't wait until we can afford a bigger combine harvester. This holds, what is that, 10,000 liters, something like that? No, not even. 8,000 liters. barely anything at all. Man, the big ones hold 20,000. I want one of those. All right, so that's all said and done. Now we can get in here. Now, the thing is, as well, is, well, the mower's not done yet. We can kind of bump up and see how much they've done. It's a good amount, but he ain't done yet. So I don't see any reason for us to hire a worker on this. We should just continue doing this part on our own, and we'll knock out this field pretty quickly. This is the one where we need a worker. This one's little as well. It's a weird one. Update, mower's done, and I have combine harvested quite a bit of this field. All right, so the mower, we're gonna take him, just reset it, same place that we always do. Oh, can we make this turn? No, that would be very, very, very dangerous. Let's bring that here. We'll let that unload, and at the same time, we will go and grab the mower and let him do his thing. Now, I haven't done an update on how much silage and how much hay that we have, but seeing that we're going to be selling everything anyway, because we're restarting the series, I don't really know what to do with all of this. We could make silage and sell that. That could make some money. But why? Well, we don't really need any any money at the end of it anyway. Or, you know, there is another option where we keep the vehicles that we have at least and just kind of restart from there. Could do that. I'm not quite sure what to do yet. We're still even on version 1.2. We're not even on 1.3 yet. There's so much to do. All done. We got a last 4,500 liters in here. Let's see just how much we get off of this. Should be pretty decent. This is going to go straight over to the silo, at least right now, but eventually we will have to sell it. We need to actually look and see. I imagine right now the prices are rough. So this is barley. Oh yeah, 1,100 bucks. Yeah, that's very bad. Well, we got close to that number though. 20,000 liters in here. Not bad. Quick check in on the mower. He looks like he's starting off the second pass around the outside of the field. Very, very nice. Oh no, I don't know what happened. I pulled straight forward. I don't know what happened, man. Is there a collision that I don't know about? Oh, there is. All right, well, that would be my fault then. Boars in the field or farm. Go, 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 go. Don't run into the cows. Come on. Big oof. Big oof. Yeah. All right, we'll park her up here. And then we need to go hit this other field over here. This one's going to be a worker, please do this for us kind of a field. So, as a matter of fact, actually, if I need the worker to do stuff, we've got some time because that worker needs to finish that grass field. We should hit this other one. Can I fit through here with the header? Oh, tell me I can. Tell me I can. I'm just going full send. I'm like, let's go. I got to do most of this field by myself anyway, so it may be a good idea for us to just knock this field out and then go do the other one. Might be done about the same time too. All right, so this is a wheat field, and according to this, we should be getting about 26,000 liters off of it. Not bad. I think in the future it might be nice to try and get about 100,000 liters of each crop off, but maybe we don't need to multiply our wants by 4. Maybe we multiply by 2. Maybe we try and get 50,000 liters of crop instead of 100. I don't know. Seem to be getting 25 just fine though. We need some more fields is what we need. Good news. We have already finished about a headland and a half, maybe a little bit more than that, and we're full. The good thing is, well, we're full right here. Bad news is, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that's my fault. Let's get this thing unloaded into the cart. If all goes to plan, we should be able to fit this entire field inside of this trailer as well. The only one I'm a little curious about, let's see, here we go. So it sells 31,900 liters. Very nice. How many oats should we be expecting? Oh, 20,000. What? That doesn't sound right. Either I've done something wrong or I'm bad at math. And you shouldn't make a comment about the math part. I made a mistake. Yeah, I'm not bad at math. Great at math. I missed something. What did I miss? Well, we made it this far. However, yeah. Still got a little bit more to go. The good thing, I think by the time the mower's done, we will be done with this field. And we've got a little bit more done. Here's how much they've done over here. They're moving, man. You got to watch out for the mowers. Going back and forth, you can do that quick. Also, I don't know why I'm not just selling this directly to the farm shop over here. I should definitely be doing that, right? No, worker B has completed their task, but it's not me. It's the mower. No! I was beaten. We're so close. Oh, well, we finally got this one done at least, so there's that. All right, our last field to harvest is going to be the oat field. And this is the one where I think we're gonna get the least amount of literage, which is kind of surprising. I guess at the end of the day, you don't get as many oats as you do like wheat, and definitely not like with barley, but I don't know. I think I was expecting more. Interestingly, we have got less than 50% on one pass. So I could do this full headland without even worrying about it. All right. All right, we got everything from the wheat field put into the silo. Now it is time to get the stuff out of this field right now. I guess what we could do is go ahead and hire this up on a worker. Let's see, worker, 2 headlands. Don't do them, please. They get about a bunch. And we shall go. Go, gadget, get the job done. There we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted them on the move. That way we could unload this while they work. And now we get to do one of my favorite things, merge everything together. Now we did this in the last video, so we're not gonna do 2 videos of me merging. So I'm just gonna knock this out real quick. Well, after some time, we have finally finished up with harvest. Oh yeah, and we're doing a good job of putting all the swaths together. I decided to start doing the straw swaths as well. Don't ask me why, but I did this one and I've started this one. I think it's a waste of time, but I'm doing it anyway. All right, let's start making some pretty hard decisions right here, and I think we're gonna just start selling off the stuff that we've got. So we of course have a big grass harvest. I said we were going to bale it. Honestly, I'm probably going to see if I can find myself some kind of loading wagon just to make it a little bit easier. We may go with a high capacity just so we can get it done. And I like selling stuff over here at the farm shop. It makes me feel like I'm selling my own stuff. Makes me feel good, you know? So I'm going to do my best, and we're going to go ahead and do the grains. So this is all the oats that we just harvested. So there we go. What do we got for that? 28,000. Not awful. Could have made twice as much, but not awful. 18,000 liters, or liters, $18,000 for the barley and 23,000 for the wheat. Now, let's go pick up the straw and the grass, and I got something that I don't even know if I've ever used before. It's definitely a little bit of an unrealistic piece of equipment, but it does look very cool. And here it is. It has got very high capacity. It's got a very, very cool setup. However, I will say it does drop your FPS significantly when using it. So there's that. There you go. You see we got 54, 55, and then at 60 when we stop. So yeah, there is that, and I apologize. So let's just pick up the straw instead of watching me do it. There you go. All right, we're back at 60 frames. We are good to go. All right. I don't know if we could sell straw here or not. We do have a place that we could sell it. We could also just drop it off for the animals, but yeah, I don't know if we could sell this or not. I'd be surprised if we can. I probably should have looked. Oh, look at that. You can. How's about it? Well, we have 276,000 liters of it, which may sound like a lot, but if you got it in bills, it's really not that much. So, how much are we going to make there? 21 grand. See, there you go. We made about as much as we did for the crop that was on there. Now we go uphill with it. Yeah, this was struggling on flat ground. I don't know if it's this machine or if it's this tractor, but it seems like everything I've got, nothing wants to go fast on this map. I don't know why. I'm enjoying it though. Now the amount of grass that we got, a lot more than I was expecting. 416,000 liters. That's pretty good. This would have turned into hay or silage, something like that. It would have been going to the cattle, but to To be fair, I think we've got like 400,000 liters of TMR that's just sitting in the silo right now, just waiting to be used. We made too much. I think with one grass field, we would have been enough. So grass, not terrible. $40,000 off of that. I'm very appreciative that we made so much money. That was good. Okay, so we don't need the loading wagon anymore, so we'll get rid of that. We'll bring this back up here. And I don't think there's any more products to sell. So I think now is just going to be the things. Let's see. Moo cows. Yeah. See, so we paid how much for these guys? I think 2,300. Yeah. I think that's how much we paid. And we're getting 3,100 for them. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Sell. Made a decent chunk of change off of them. Probably could have left them for a little while longer, but you know what? We'll be all right. Now we've got the animals here. Aha! Here's the trigger. Somebody left the door open. We paid $11.75 each, and it looks like we're going to be getting how much for each one? $2,500. All right. So they've doubled in price. There you go. Just off selling animals, we did okay. The end goal is going to be to make sure that we can cycle animals like that every, what, how long does it take? About a year or so for the beef cows to do good. And we have so many of them that we don't have to worry about any of the Herefordshires or whatever we decide to use for dairy for them to be reproducing, because the babies immediately get sold. You got a mod that does that for me, so we still get the money for that. I like a dairy farm. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, but I think going forward, I would have done something a little bit different. This field right here would not be a grass field. We don't need it. It was too much, way too much. I would say maybe stick with this one here as the grass field and just be done. Just be done with that altogether. And then on top of all of that, maybe this field right here, you could make something, you know, smaller and then maybe utilize that up there. There were also a couple fields that I wanted to use, but we just never got to it. 47 right here. This is a big one. I wanted to kind of surround my farm with all the fields that I own. So yeah, so 53 would be the only grass field. Maybe 51 up here, which is, I can't remember, what is this? I believe it's like rye or something like that. This field has been withered for about a year now, so it's there's that. But it's cool, would be nice to have it. But otherwise, I'm happy. The farm turned out good. I'm really excited about the future of this map. It was fun to do a short mini series on it, but at this point now, we're going to wait and hang out until the map is officially released for all platforms. I really enjoy Oxygendavid maps. I love UK style maps as well. It's some of my favorite farming, but I think we'll go back to playing some big open American maps in the meantime. Nonetheless, thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, drop a like. Get subscribed if you're new. Join the DjGoHam fam. Double check your notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. Hope you have an awesome day. Enjoy playing Farming Simulator. We'll see you in the next one.